What's good, everybody? Let me go ahead and get some of the hellos out the way. What's good, Blue J? Oh, no, that's J-Mon. What's good, Jones? What's good, Justin? Okay, make sure I say what's up to everybody. What's good, Seyi?
What's up? I'm trying to get my name right. It won't let me fit all the characters I'm trying to think of, but whatever.
Yeah, I can't even see the whole thing. Let's see if I can try to make it. That makes it a little bit better. But I don't know if that helps.
But I was trying to say I was trying to say every teacher during Black History Month, every time when February 1st hits, they'd be like, do you know about the guy who made peanut butter? And talk about George Washington Carver for about like half of it. I was trying to put like something like
lying. That. You are not lying.
So,
you know
so,
who invented the Super Soaker?
Not just me.
Yeah, you know who invented the Super Soaker? You know who invented you know who invented peanut butter? That's about it. That's about half.
Did they really talk about the Super Soaker too? I didn't even know about that one.
Yes, bruh. It's either those, it's them two for half, and then Martin Luther King for the other half in curriculums. It's so bad. Then I know what I do now. What's good, J-Mon? What's good, Jones? You know the Earth's net worth is around $5 quadrillion. Wait, that is so random. Where did you even see that? Like, where are you at on the internet to even stumble upon that? Or did you just go and look that up yourself and was like just curious? Because that is too random. That's too random.
Let's see if I can edit this.
And while he's working on that, I just wanted to go ahead and just shed my hypothetical tear for the fact that it seems like the Falcons are really looking into getting a quarterback, and they said the Eagles really like Trey Lance. So the likeliness of him making it past 6 is like ugly right now. What's good, Winter Nation? What's good? What's good? I don't think Justin Fields, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, or Trevor Lawrence, none of them are making it past 6, I don't think, at this point. You said Google. So, yeah, you went to go look for that. But yeah, man. So, it's either trade up or we about to use that pick on receiver, safety, or linebacker. Or maybe even corner. I'm planning on doing a film session on the Elifonwu kid. Because I've been looking into him, especially after the Burgundy and Gold like really focused on him. Like they went and like made sure they like looked at him closely at the Senior Bowl. So I might go ahead and I was really thinking about doing a film session on him. Because I don't know if he's he may make it to the second round, but his hype is building, so he might not even make it out the first. Let's talk about peanut butter teachers on. That's a good way to word it to get all the characters
that's the
in.
best I can do.
What's good, King Sean? What's good, Mark Kempton? What's good, Rich? Did you hear about Trey Boston being released? Oh, yeah, yes, sir. I've been talking about it on Twitter. I just didn't make a video on it. What's good, Christian Miller? Talk Wizards today. Good job being on time. What's good, Chris Wilson? If the Eagles take Trey Lance, they're the biggest joke ever. Let me see what's Rich. Oh, yeah, Rich wants to talk about the Wizards, so we could definitely start with that. I think he said they're on like a win streak right now. Oh, yeah, Black History Month. Yeah. What you want to say? He said D-Jax releases too. Yeah, but I think we're good on D-Jax. He can't stay healthy, bro. He can't. I don't even remember him playing 10 games in a season for a minute. What's good, Didi Doily? Wait, is Seyi frozen? Am I tripping? Rico, you see on Twitter that the Eagles are interested. Yeah, that's why I just said the Eagles are interested in Trey Lance. The Falcons plan on possibly taking a quarterback. It's looking ugly out here. It's good, Big Blue Wave. Stuck doing homework on a Friday, started to watch this shit. Dang, Christian Miller. Dang, but we appreciate you pulling up, bro.
Yeah, BHM is Black History Month.
Okay, so you were frozen, but Rich wants to talk about the Wizards being on a win streak, just to let you know. Just laugh.
They're on like a 3-game winning streak. Oh my goodness.
Hey man, hey, momentum. What's good, Dante? What's good, Big Blue Wave?
Yeah, just enough so they won't get a top draft pick. Yeah, and that pick will go to the Houston Rockets. Just enough. They need to win just enough so that pick can go to the Houston Rockets. Yeah, let's do that.
Oh yeah, J-Mon, I know about Sway Run 2021. He does. I don't know how that works. Like when you post highlights, I'm not sure if you make any money from it. I think he's just doing it for the love of the game. Shouts out to Sway Run 21. He's like on it with the highlights. And Matt Milano is one of them. Yeah, I saw Mark Bullock do a breakdown on Matt Milano.
The Wizards are a good 9-17. Oh my goodness, they are 9-17. They about to make the playoffs. And shout out to Kai, still being on the stream because I know it's horrible where you at right now. So shout out to Kai for being on the stream.
In Texas. How is that going for you, Jones? How's that going over there with Texas? You straight over there? I want to go. What's good, Captain? Rest of some done. We'll be mad if we pick up Curtis Samuel and Kadarius Toney. Yeah, how you doing over there, Jones? For real though? No, we good now. Okay, bet. Are the Lakers trash without Anthony Davis? Any thoughts on watching the football team picking up Trent Williams? If he's willing to sign a cheap contract, I'm down, but I don't want to pay him $19-20 million a year. I'm not doing that. Moving Alex Smith to tight end. Wait, what? Yeah, Texas was super unprepared. It was only snow. Wizards first seed for show now. Okay, there you go, Shay. There you go. Wizards first seed for show. It's takeover time. You know, come on now.
Did you mean first pick? I mean, y'all not first pick anymore. Y'all definitely ain't first seed, but y'all definitely don't have the first pick anymore. So, nah.
He said we not trash. Shut up, AD. Shut up. You remember when you said there's some players?
I don't know if you watched that Brooklyn game yesterday. They kind of look like it. Yeah, LeBron is 36. That's all I gotta say. Like Supreme Dream said, I'm only 36. I'm 36.
No, yeah, he threw the ball at the wall. No, that was pretty tragic, bro.
He got to do it all,
bro. That was sad. Without AD, it was dark, bro.
KD was chilling. KD was on the sidelines chilling. Kyrie and James Harden was doing everything,
bro. Cooling. Oh no, wide receiver from Minnesota. Is that Rashad?
Did you catch the banter by Kyrie Irving when
talking about the free throw
LeBron
thing?
Took that technical free throw? Yeah. It was like that's your best free throw shooter.
I saw that. I don't even think LeBron's gonna.
Which honestly, why is LeBron taking the technical free throw? If anything, free throws are his weakness. Why is he taking it?
Yeah,
I'd rather put Alex Caruso, honestly. Like, who else they had on the floor? Why is he taking it?
There's at least 5 people on that team that I prefer to take the free throw over LeBron. If you get a chance to choose,
hurt, so he's not out there. But Caruso was on the floor. Like, who? I mean, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope should be a better free throw shooter than LeBron.
By anybody. You said the GOAT should not be talked about this. It might not happen, but it's always possible. Yeah, nah, there's no way. LeBron, if you get to choose your free throw, not LeBron. There's no way.
Yeah, like honestly, GOAT or not, whatever. Like, he's not a good free throw shooter. Why would you need to win the game? And I'm pretty sure LeBron's unselfish enough where, like, look, I'm not the best free throw shooter. I'll let Alex Caruso take it or something. Or I'll let KCP take it. Kuzma take it.
Even if I were LeBron and I heard my name called, I'm like, you sure Caruso doesn't want to do it? You know what I'm saying? He itching over there, give him some time, give him some experience.
Kyrie over there joking in the background while he taking it.
He already knew before the free throw was even taken, it was going to get ugly.
He was like, I know damn well when we in Cleveland, I'm not letting him take that free throw shot. Like, hell no. That's what he's gonna say.
Y'all gotta stop being yes men. Y'all gotta stop being yes men around this man. He said Darius Slay, Marshawn Lattimore. I have talked about DJ Swearinger. I'd be down to bring him back. Now it's like a full-time starter, but I love him as a backup. I don't think Marshawn Lattimore is gonna go anywhere. First of all, rookie contract, so I think they're gonna do whatever they can to keep him. And then Darius Slay, I don't know. I feel like if anybody, that's one of the guys they may not release.
All right, Chris Wilson. if we can't bring down anybody black during Black History Month, we can't have a show because majority of athletes we talk about are black. So hey, we're gonna break down whatever we can.
Black is
black
majority of
about
athletes. That's the
We're
problem.
gonna
Majority of athletes
king or not. We gonna bring you down. I'm sorry. Y'all got to get it. But yeah, I want to ask for anyone that's still in school right now. Do teachers still be on that talking about George Washington Carver and not talking about Malcolm X and all that? Because I never had a teacher talk about Malcolm X at all. I had to learn about Malcolm X on my own.
Yeah, never.
Fred Hampton, I don't remember any of that. Like, Black Panthers, none of that. So
yeah, now that you pointed out, Malcolm X.
They still be talking about peanut butter. I swear, only things I heard about Black History Month from school was Harriet Tubman, Martin Luther King, and the guy who made peanut butter. Only 3 things I know.
It's literally about it.
I've
heard Super Soaker sometimes.
I already know that's a given. You were Texas, that's a given.
Oh yeah,
I already know
yeah,
they don't
Texas.
Talk about it
ain't no way.
They probably got
They do talk about Rosa Parks. That's another good one with the.
yeah.
And they only talk about not giving up the seat. They don't talk about anything else she did. Yeah, they don't talk about anything else she did. They make it seem like that's the only thing she did. She woke up one day.
Kids, when you're in the bus, just tell them, look what Rosa Parks did. She didn't give up her seat, so you don't give up your seat. That's
it, bro.
Nothing else.
Just nothing else she accomplished. Yeah, we really didn't talk about Malcolm X in my school. Now that I think about it, like we really didn't. Malcolm X was kind of like he was, and they don't talk about Malcolm X truthfully.
They did in my area. In my area they did. Definitely not.
Even the little you discuss about Malcolm X, they don't even talk about him right. They make him seem like he's like the super duper just killing people thing. He was actually one of the calmest, nicest, most let's talk it out guys out of all of them. Really, it's crazy that he's seen as like a lot of people think of him as like a Huey Newton type of guy.
If one of those kids talk about Malcolm X to their parents, something's going. In my area, the parents gonna be angry. So them teachers are not gonna talk about that.
He said only talk about how he was super violent, bro. Exactly, bro. They literally only discuss him as super violent. I worked on. Oh yeah, my mom just worked on and it took a while too. She was working on a presentation for work to discuss all of it. She had to literally she did the voice and the PowerPoint presentation and everything. She was just going down a list of a whole bunch of people that we never discussed in school. First of all,
hey, are you from DC? Yeah, come on. My teachers never played any of the Malcolm X movies. I had to watch.
I had to watch Malcolm X movies on my own time.
So are you from the DMV, King Saw, or are you from? I just want to see where everybody's from that actually gets legit Black History Month content. Well, I just want to see where y'all from. I'm from Georgia. I'm from Georgia, but it's more diverse now. It was always been diverse, but it's more free thinking now. Like when I was growing up in my area, it was a straight red conservative area. So yeah, they weren't going to talk about it over here. They weren't going to talk about it at all. Let's talk about the guy who made peanut butter. So I just want to see where y'all from. That's
so annoying. And I hate peanut butter. That's what makes that more annoying. Like I hate peanut butter. I like really pointless conversation.
I like peanut butter, but like it really had me believing as a kid, like Black people really didn't do that much. I was like thinking as a kid, like really? Is that all we done? Like is that all we invented? Create peanut butter? White people invented all these things, and we only create peanut butter. They briefly
mentioned the stoplight and super soakers.
I didn't even know about the super soakers. I guess that was too radical for me to learn. Okay, Christian Miller, you're from Louisiana. What's up, Steve Austin? Where's that? We got 99% Black people at your high school. That's what's up. I say mine was like evenly divided between white and Black, and then we had Hispanic, but like the white people were like the conservative country white people that been in Georgia their whole lives. So like you got like a certain type of mindset. Even some of the Black people like that too. So yeah,
my school was 99.999% Black. Westlake isn't like that anymore though. It's like 95% Black. When I was there, it was 99.999% Black.
The people are moving to your area and taking up the houses.
Yeah, it's true. It's a nice area for real, for real. People just act like it's not. And J-Ma, I don't exactly. I know what Superstar X Factor kind of
Wait, a
is, but I
black
don't
man
super
invented a
understand the
traffic light?
significance.
I didn't
Yeah,
even
that's what
know
I'm
that.
saying.
What?
Yeah, that's
They
what I
didn't teach that in
Super
school?
Soaker, traffic light, and
I
peanut
think-
butter. That's all
I think
was
that's more
taught in school.
relevant. I think that's more relevant than the peanut butter. Well, I never been taught that. I think that's more relevant than peanut butter, honestly. I'll probably be a little bit impressed. So like, I'll be like, oh, look, daddy, look, mommy. Oh, the traffic light is invented by a black person.
Yeah, you see that
I'm probably
everywhere.
more
But peanut
impressed.
butter,
Yeah.
I've hated peanut butter since I was little, so that was pointless to me.
Do you know
butter.
1/2 of this peanut butter and jelly sandwich is invented by a black man?
Why is that so significant? That's so stupid. Why is that what we're talking about? The half the curriculum. Change agents and politics.
The jelly sandwich is invented by a white person. The peanut butter is invented by a black person. Equality. Now they all go together in a sandwich.
It's a metaphor. It's an analogy. That is awful. You see, y'all school system. Who do y'all think? I mean, I guess we are country, so maybe like because Dee Doyley's from Cali. They talked about Malcolm X. I'm assuming correctly. So I don't know. Maybe just it's a Southern thing or a Georgia thing. I don't know.
I think it's a mate below the Mason-Dixon line thing. I think that's what it is. The Bible Belt thing. That's what it is. The Southern thing. So if you're from Georgia, Florida, Texas, like where Kai is, where they say they don't even teach Black History Month over there, like you probably going to get the short end of the stick. I'm pretty sure it's better in Georgia now, but when we were kids, no. So we had a black person invent a gas mask. Oh, I didn't even know that.
There's a lot of it's some NASA stuff that we invented too. It's like crazy stuff.
That's still more significant than peanut butter. A black man invented a mop. We need a mop to clean things. That's still more significant.
The GPS system. I think a black woman, I think invented the whole GPS system. I think. There's a whole bunch of like randomly
in an automated voice. It do sound like a black woman. You're right.
It's a whole bunch of like, how did we live without that things that it's crazy that we don't learn in school. X Factors. Okay, Josh Rosen to the Pats. Oh, there you go, Seyi. Racial sandwiches.
That's funny. Yeah, for third string quarterback.
Josh Rosen to the Pats. You know what I'm saying? Steve Austin. I went to African American Museum before it fully opened. I forgot, like my grandparents on my dad's side like had some exclusive access to it I don't remember why. I think it's their organization or something. So we went there and like the exhibits weren't even completed, but it wasn't crowded, so that was nice. I was able to just chill.
I tried to go there.
Huh?
I actually visited DC for that sole reason to go there, but I didn't know you had to be on a waiting list because I went there right when it just opened. So I know you had to be on a waiting list. So I went to the other museum instead. I went to the African Art Museum, and since I'm Nigerian, I'm like, you know what? Hey, I'll go there. And I got myself a Nigerian chain. So hey, I'm fine with that.
Nigerian chain. We invented Nigerian the fridge. Chain. Black woman.
Can't snatch that chain.
Black woman and men invented William Harper. I hate him. Chuck Berry is Black History. Oh yeah, that's some DC
that's
stuff.
Right. That's right. That's true.
For example, say if Joey Bo says you might get too sad. Oh yeah, okay. So you found a way to do that with the Kendall Fuller. That seemed kind of difficult because he's not that far. I forgot. Like the GPS was the biggest one for me. Like wow, we didn't learn that in school. Like. So 90% of people who live in PG are Black.
Was GPS even a thing when I was a kid? I'd say by middle school it was.
When was that invented? Now I gotta look it up.
By middle school it was invented. By middle school I know that. So I should have learned. That.
Hold on, let me see.
Showing my age, I guess. Let's see.
When was GPS invented? Hold on. 1973. It was first launched. Global positioning system.
I guess it wasn't popular until like 2000 or something because I never really heard of a GPS until like in the 2000s, in the early 2000s.
Yeah, I mean once they started putting it in cars and putting it in phones and stuff like that. I mean, you know how the military gets stuff first. I'm pretty sure it was like a military project at first. Military always gets stuff first. They use it for about 10, 20 years. Then the rest of the world gets access to it. It went into a Future
America
concert
is
right
a
after. Sure,
PB&J.
not sure if that good. That actually goes really well together. African American Museum. Then you listen to a rapper from the blackest city in America. You know what I'm saying? That kind of adds up. I'm not a Future fan, but you know what I'm saying. That makes sense. I think you learn your heritage, and then you learn some of your, I guess pun Future. I guess.
A very underrated museum for Black history is the Brooklyn Museum, at least from where I've been to. So if y'all in New York, go to the Brooklyn Museum. And they got live performances too. They got sneaker culture, a sneaker culture museum. Like, that's Black culture.
That's very New
They got
York,
all
man,
the
right
sneakers.
there.
Yeah. Have you ever been to the Brooklyn Museum?
No, I don't think so. I've been to just about every museum in Manhattan and Queens, not Brooklyn.
Brooklyn
for
Museum
some
is the
odd
best
reason.
one. By far, it's the best one. I just go there for fun, and it's free too. You could donate, but they have a suggested donation, but it's free. I actually just found that out by the fourth time I went. Because I used to actually pay. I didn't know it was free
the fourth time
until someone told me like, "Oh, it's free, right?" It's like, wait, what?
The Museum of Natural History, like the biggest one, the one that everybody knows about, like literally the one from Night at the Museum with Ben Stiller and all of them, whatever.
Yeah, I've been there too.
That one's suggested price too. Oh, we did do that for work. I've been there so many times. I can't even remember the times I went and why, because it's suggested price. But you can pay to go like do all the fun stuff. Like they have like the little universe dome and thing. They have like 3D, 4D rides and stuff like that. Unique experience. I think they're the ones with the butterfly room too. Like you go into a whole area with a bunch of wild butterflies and you're like in there with them in their habitat. It's all of that is you just gotta pay money to do it though. But hold on, I gotta look up the Brooklyn Museum and see what you're talking about. I've never been.
So Black people invented a security system and CCTV as well, but we only learn about peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
I need to go back to the past and look. If I'm a teacher, honestly, I'm not celebrating Black History Month because why do we have the shortest month of the whole year to celebrate it? Like this is going to be integrated within the main course. If I'm a teacher, I'm not working for these public schools. I need to be able to teach what I need to teach the kids, what I need to teach the masses. So they need to let me get my freedom. So I'm going to implement Black history within normal history. And it's not going to be relegated to a month. It's going to be throughout the whole school year. Ain't going to relegate it to like 28, 29 days of the whole school calendar.
I think there's a reason. I forgot. Somebody specifically picked that. Like somebody Black, I think, picked that for some reason. I can't remember exactly why, but I remember learning like it wasn't a setup. I think. Right. I don't know. Maybe it was a rumor.
Look here. We can't give you March, too many days. We can't give you January. We can't give you December, November, October. We got to give you the shortest day of the year. Take it or leave it. That's probably what happened.
Oh yeah, I remember automatic elevator doors. I remember hearing about that. The electric microphone. So basically, what we're talking on right now.
The Nigerian. I was trying to show the Nigerian chain, but I actually had it in past the Nigerian chain? I actually had it in past. I actually wore it in past episodes. I really don't know where it is in my room right now. I'll show it to y'all when I don't feel like getting up and then just trying to search. So. I thought it was around here, but it's probably in my car. I don't know, or it's probably on the table.
Oh,
but like Jerry go to past episodes. I've worn it in past episodes. Like a month ago, I wore it. A month ago. I forgot what episode that was, but I could wear it the next show.
Check out my new video. Yeah, make sure y'all check out Rich video. And I just looked up Jerry Lawson. He's the reason we basically have the way modern video games set up. He invented the commercial video game cartridge. So big shouts out to him, man. Big shouts out to him. Hey, man, that's one of my favorite ones. I'm not going to lie. The GPS and the video game cartridge, I'm not going to lie. That's my top two right there.
Hey, Blue Jay Jai, we have not found our quarterback in Jared Stidham. I debunked those rumors. He is not our quarterback.
Hey, man.
He is not our quarterback. No.
Hey, man. You rocking with that. You like that. We all in this whole stream like that information. Let me see major development. I'm trying to look up more.
Captain Flarnark, you're right. Nigeria jollof rice better than Ghanaian jollof rice. You are definitely right. Truest comment in this whole chat right here. Truest comment right there.
Oh, the pacemaker. I remember that. Caller ID. I didn't know caller
I'm pretty
ID.
sure I'm pretty sure there was a reason why it was February. I'm pretty sure there is, but still, I feel like in 2021, it shouldn't just be relegated to 1 month.
The blood
I don't
bank.
know.
That's very
I
random
feel
and
like we should.
important.
I feel, but it's just like the thing. Like, I know when I'm in school, like right when it hits March 1st, everything we learned during February literally just goes out the window, and we learn something completely different, and we never go back to it again. That's just what I remember. Like through school, every time it hit March 1st, everything we learned from February just out of there. So that's why I feel that way. So I mean, yeah, it could be something. I mean, granted, I'm not like that educated on that aspect of like the history of why it's on February. So if anyone knows, educate me if anyone knows.
A black lady invented the VOIP. That's crazy. That's very random. Mathematical models to explain gamma radiation.
More useful
That's pretty
content than peanut
important.
butter.
Okay.
Still more useful than much more useful than peanut butter. I mean, shouts out to the bro George Washington Carver though, but I mean, he got too much shine. That's all I gotta say. We need other people getting that much shine too.
The sanitary belt, the walker, and the tissue
I
holder.
heard about that, Steve Austin. A
It's
black
so
man
random.
did help invent Tesla. I heard about that. I mean, Elon Musk didn't really invent Tesla. It was just that he has the money, so he's the face.
I'm so tired of having us draft Mac Jones and mocks. Yeah, bro, I gave up on mock drafts because it's always a receiver, and y'all know I'm straight quarterback. And then when it is quarterback, it's Mac Jones. So I don't even click on mock drafts anymore because I already know it's about to be something I don't care about or somebody I don't want. So I don't even hurt myself. Oh, Colin Sexton just did a 360 dunk. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, for real?
Yes, sir.
Okay, he getting busy. He getting busy. Shouts out to Cobb County. He getting busy.
I'm learning a lot over here. The automatic gear shift. Oh no, I hate driving stick. I hate driving stick shift.
Oh, that is useful. That's useful content
huge.
right there. Wait, how come that's we didn't learn that as kids? Come on now.
I'm just now hearing that for the first time. America's first clock. That's very random. Automatic elevator doors. I said that earlier. The blimp.
The reason why we know time, the reason why y'all come here at 8 is because of a black person, because they recreated America's first clock.
These are so random. The clothes dryer. We wouldn't have a clothes dryer. The dustpan.
Y'all be air drying clothes to the end of time if it wasn't for a black person. Like, you know what? We need a quicker way to do this. We can't wait a whole day for these clothes to dry. We got to create something.
Folding chair. That is so random. Gas heating furnace.
You know what? It was hard back in the day when you sitting in the chair and you trying to get into a cookout, but you didn't have enough chairs available. You couldn't just pick up these chairs and bring them to the cookout. So a black person made a foldable chair. So you can just fold the chair and grab a bunch of these foldable chairs and bring them all to the cookout. So now black people are invited to the cookout and select people from other races, I guess, are invited to cookouts too.
Wait, black people invented gifts? That's so random. And I guess I wasn't. I was just paying attention to how the presentation looked. I wasn't paying attention to the details.
Black people invented gifts. Gifts. Okay, I'm about to say like what? I thought I was talking about GIFTS. Okay, gifts. Okay, that's cool.
The golf tee, home security system, the ice cream scooper. That's so random. The ironing board, the lawnmower, lawn sprinkler, mailbox. Mailbox? So the personal mailbox is at your house. The modern day lock, the modern day toilet, of course, the mop, the pacemaker, the portable pencil sharpener, like the little tiny ones.
You didn't know what they were using before the toilet. You didn't know what they were using.
Potato chips, the reversible baby stroller, of course, the super. They always say the super soaker. Suspenders, y'all can take that one back.
Soaker.
Thermostat and temperature control, the touch tone telephone, and traffic light. Golly, I never knew about a lot of those. Hey, come here. I'm taking away bones because y'all keep barking. There's a lot of things that I never knew, never taught about that. He said all in my presentation. Oh yeah, I was definitely just listening for like paying attention to make sure transitions were good, but like the actual words, I didn't retain anything. Kermit made the thin, crispy version of potato chips. A woman invented home security. Yeah, we just talked about that earlier too. Are you gonna draft any rookie wide receiver? Not in the first round. No. Unless I do like a trade back scenario, maybe. On my trade back scenario mock draft. The why people spamming. I haven't even noticed. I haven't even looked. I've been literally looking up the inventions. Crumb made the thin I like potato chips too. I don't really like many things that aren't warm when you eat it. Like it's really hard for me to eat like non-warm foods, like things outside of like wings and chicken and pasta and stuff like that. But I do like potato chips, though. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, we dropped the wide receiver, but not in the first round. Yeah, I mean, the second through fifth rounds are gonna be a nice sweet spot for wide receivers. There's gonna be a lot of good talent outside of the first round in wide receiver. So they threw it out the window. I'm not joking. No, I said no, because y'all don't know how to act. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can find any other random invention. That most recent article, I think, was the best one. They didn't say everything that we mentioned, but it was a whole lot of stuff I never heard of. Automatic gear shift? Boy, bro, I remember learning how to first drive with a stick shift. Like one of the first times I ever drove.
I still don't know.
But it's not fun. And I forgot by now because that was like the first time learning how to drive. So if you asked me to drive a stick shift right now, I'd struggle. I would super struggle. See Brody tail wagging, pretty cool. What's good, Colby? No question for you. Would you rather have Curtis Samuel or Corey Davis? I'm team Corey Davis, but Curtis Samuel definitely is far more realistic, just off of our connection, from Carolina, Scott Turner and Ron Rivera. Yeah. So,
well, we also invented hockey, by the way.
We did.
I forgot about that part.
We invented hockey.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
We don't even like hockey.
Yeah, that's actually one of the things that you hear in sports. Like, yeah. We invented hockey, even though black people barely play it, but we invented it.
Boy, the fact that Atlanta had a hockey team, Atlanta's the blackest city in America, and the hockey team didn't have enough fans, so they moved to Canada. Just lets you know how much black people as a whole don't care about hockey. That's crazy. Except these
the irony of it, right?
I know we don't get credit for rock music a lot of the times, which is crazy.
Oh yeah, we invented that too. That's crazy. We did.
Brody. You have to be careful with invented versus approved, although a lot was invented and stolen. Oh, that is true. It's probably a lot of stuff that late round QBs like Kellermonian Book and Jamie Newman. Wait, what was the first part of that sentence? But not in the first round. Wait, what? We invented hockey. I said this comment on IG a couple of days ago, but do you think AG would be top 5 in the next 5 years? Antonio Gibson, maybe. He has the potential to. He just got to stay healthy and everything and learn how to block better.
If Rico didn't say it, I would not know what AG stood for, honestly.
I had to think about it for a second. It caught me off guard because I don't even call him AG. I don't think I really call him. I just say Gibson, if anything. What y'all think about Sam Ehlinger? I'm not a fan of Sam Ehlinger. I thought him and Zach Wilson were kind of the same guy like 2 years ago-ish. And then Zach Wilson developed and turned into a better quarterback in every way possible. Seems like Sam Ehlinger just basically stayed the same guy. And Felipe Franks, I haven't really dove into him yet, though. With all the players to be released, as always, some every year, but this year will be way more. Exactly, I agree. Tamorian Terry out of FSU, if he falls to 3 through 6, will be a steal. I'm about to check him out. What do you think about AGG? I mean, he never really got a chance to get started, so technically this is about to be his second rookie year. So what is going on with these dogs? I'm not giving you the bone so y'all can bark in the background. You're going to have to wait. Thought hockey was invented in Europe. I just assumed it was invented in Europe. It seems like Ehlinger been at Texas for 7 years now. That is a good point. It seems like he's been there for forever.
It's been there for a whole decade.
Boy, he been there for a hot little minute. Do we need O-line? Maybe just one, but I don't know. My take on it is like if we have to go into the next season with the exact O-line we have now, I'll be okay with that. But it would be nice to get Yaja's pretty big. What's it called? I was thinking about Chuck Brown earlier when y'all said Chuck Berry. There I go. There I go. Chuck Brown is 5'2", but yeah, Chuck Berry is big. But it would be nice to go and get like a Larry Warford at guard or something, maybe, or my mom said too big, or like a Orlando Brown at tackle, so that Cornelius Lucas, who I think can start, and Wes Schweitzer, who I feel like are good starters, solid starters at least, can be, if they're backups, that's crazy depth. So that's the reason I would say go get offensive line. But I don't think it's like a get one in the first round priority or go spend huge money on one. Because Larry Warford, before he opted out, for some odd reason, was only asking for like $7 or $9 million a year, which is wow. Because you could argue he's just as good as, I mean, at least I wouldn't say he's just as talented as Brandon Scherff, but you could argue he's more consistent and more durable. I mean, 3 straight Pro Bowls, you know what I'm saying? Larry Warford for less than $10 million a year is a steal.
Doing my research on Black history, so apparently the Black people created the idea of hockey. Then a white person coined it hockey. But escaped slaves basically played hockey. They didn't have a name for it, but they basically played hockey.
Oh,
so that was like the first recollection of it. Yeah.
That's really interesting. Never knew that. Christian Darrisaw, nah, I'm good. He's going in the first. Some people like Christian Darrisaw more than Penei Sewell. I'm not interested in either one, mostly just because I don't want to go offensive line in the first round.
I don't know. Well, what's your mom say? I don't know how to pronounce that name, Gilletober or something. But who created GIFs? They're responsible for Twitter right now. They're responsible for Twitter. They're responsible
Twitter,
for
text messages. Some people, I mean, a lot of people I know don't even reply with words. They just send a GIF. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy that people that we just don't know that. Never taught a lot of this in school. Like you said, peanut butter is the most. Peanut butter, Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman, and Martin Luther King. That's literally about it. And then, or in my case, the Super Soaker occasionally. That's about it. And it's crazy because the guy that invented the Super Soaker invented other more important things, but they just say Super Soaker for some reason.
I think George Washington Carver invented more of important things too, but I think this is what they say.
It's just the more interesting, more funny thing. I don't know. Hardy Har, I don't understand. The blood bank is pretty crazy though. That's and the clothes dryer, the automatic door on elevators. That is like crazy. GPS, traffic light, security system, gas heating furnace. No, you're not. She just came up here and stole the bone without me paying attention. No, you not. No, because y'all bad. You can't. You don't know how to control it. You didn't know how to stop barking. I give you the bone. No, but y'all bad. Move out the way. We need that Northwestern man who had Chase Young on lock. But if we don't QB in this draft, I would be mad. But then not mad because the QBs in 22 draft class is not that bad. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, if we don't end up doing it, and I think it's more likely that we don't end up doing it because now, I mean, from the reports that we've seen with the Eagles and the Falcons, probably one quarterback also, you're going to have to trade up into at least the top 6. And I just don't exactly know how likely that is. So I think getting a quarterback, a big one, like a franchise guy this offseason may not happen. I think it's more likely to not happen than to happen. But we'll see. The 3 signal traffic light was invented by. Yeah, we just talked about that. Cam Newton finna bring y'all to the top, Seyi. He said Cam Newton about to bring y'all to the top, take y'all to the promised land. Yes, sir. Who is the best wide receiver?
Hey, that happens. I'm happy, but that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen.
The closed circuit was invented by Rosa Parks was not the first. Another lady was first, but she was pregnant. So they did not want her as the face of the movement. Oh, that sucks. That's crazy. I do remember hearing about Rosa Parks not being
Sounds
first.
A lot like those times.
With Spencer Rattler, Sam Howell, and Jaden Daniels. Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of many of the like normally in most drafts, I'm like, oh, there's some sleepers in the later rounds. And then I normally think a lot of the top guys are overhyped. It's the complete opposite this draft. I'm super all in on the top guys. And I don't really like any of the sleepers this year. Like, it's like if you don't trade up for a quarterback, you might as well just wait till next year. I mean, unless you take one in like the 5th or later, but don't spend a 3rd round pick or higher on any of these random Jamie Newmans and guys like that. I'm good. Sam Ehlinger, none of them. I'm good on all of them. But you're talking with Spencer Rattler, Sam Howell, and Jaden. You're talking about the next draft, 2022. Yeah, that might get interesting. We'll see.
So Do you ever see like the Nah shirts that says quote Nah quote from Rosa Parks? Did you ever see those shirts?
Nah, I've never
So what
seen
if they
that.
have a shirt? Well, I've seen shirts like that. So what if they have like Nah with the quote from the pregnant woman that originally did it first? If they
They
do you have
should
a
they should
thing?
celebrate that for real. Honestly, we are celebrating Juneteenth harder than the 4th of July from now on. Oh yeah, we super do that in our family now. We take Juneteenth like crazy. Like 4th of July, we just we just do that little thing where we all hang out and do the fireworks and stuff like that, like we normally do. But like Juneteenth, we be chilling, eating, watching movies and stuff like that. So we go harder for that.
Okay.
On July 4th, we just make a disruption.
Rico, your mom said she saw the shirt, but like, yeah. So.
I have never seen the shirt.
But yeah, honestly, I don't even celebrate 4th of July anyways. I guess because my family's Nigerian, so we don't really celebrate it anyways. But
our family doesn't really celebrate. My dad's side did because I mean they lived in Vegas. I used to always be in Vegas every month of July, pretty much growing up in my life, and we lit fireworks and had like cookouts and stuff. But that's about it. It's never been like a shouts out to America type of thing. It's always been let's light fireworks and eat. Juneteenth is actually like let's celebrate what the holiday is. 4th of July is literally just fireworks and food. I don't even really think about America now with 4th of July. I literally just think fireworks.
Before Corona, I used to go to events for Juneteenth, but I don't know what I'm going to do for this this summer.
I mean, never know. Fireworks per usual. You know what I'm saying? Keeping our distance like we did last time. 3 special effects in the mailbox.
We did do that during Juneteenth, right? Did we do that?
You talking about the fireworks? No, I think we did it on 4th of July. I think we did it on 4th of July.
Yeah, we did it on 4th of July.
Yeah, everybody just like we super kept our distance and stuff like that. It was kind of weird, but we were celebrating Juneteenth hard, and it was really was it really hot or it was really hot? We were celebrating Juneteenth hard. Yeah, it was not. But I remember being really hot. Oh no, I'm thinking about the time it was really cold when we did it before Corona, like New Year's or something. Right before Corona, we did it New Year's. It was extremely cold. That was not cool. That was not cool. My mom sent me the Nah shirts. I've never seen these shirts before. That's crazy. I've never seen that. Caleb Williams would be a top 5 QB in this league. Trusty DC on. I'm gonna peep him. I know about him because of recruiting, so I'm gonna peep him and see what happens. If I were to take a late QB, I'd only give Kellen Mond and maybe Jamin. Yeah, if I had to pick one, maybe them two, but I just don't love any of them. He said, "Wait, what is crazy? That's crazy. Don't know what Juneteenth is. We need to teach Juneteenth more." I'm glad Blackish covered it in their show.
You know what's crazy? That was like when we had that fireworks. That was the last time I hung out with any group of friends. I think that was
same here. Same here. That was the first time in forever, and it was the last time in forever. Like I haven't. That's about it. That was Josh Rosen to the past. I see being spammed in the chat.
Some of my friends probably think I'm ghosting them, but like, nah, I've just been in the house, I guess, or at least not hanging out with friends.
I'm not gonna lie.
Like,
I literally went
the mask off. I just don't be doing.
Yeah, I barely leave the house, but I literally went into Trevor Lawrence film looking for weaknesses, and I couldn't find it. You said that you what?
I never watched Blackish, but I'll check out that episode.
Blackish is really good. I mean, I've watched a lot of Blackish, but not all of it. I've watched a lot. I've watched pretty much all of Grownish, but like the new one I haven't watched. I think it's I forgot. It's the one where it's like her following the mother as while she's a kid growing up. Hey, Aja Brody Cage, stop. But yeah, I literally went into Trevor Lawrence film looking for weaknesses. It was really hard to find. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think Trevor Lawrence really is about to be that dude. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Blackish did a fantastic job of covering Juneteenth. They did a pretty good job of covering a lot of stuff. I think they even mentioned Go-Go one time. They talked about Joan and Aja. No, because y'all being bad. Matter of fact, you gonna stay by me. Trevor gonna be a dog just why. Yeah, I think Trevor Lawrence is gonna be great. He isn't overrated. He may be overhyped. I can see that argument. Overhyped?
Well, how can be overhyped if you have no weakness? If you were the number 1 pick.
Yeah, I just don't see.
Basically, yeah.
I think Trevor Lawrence is gonna be different. I think we get Trevor Lawrence and we're Super Bowl contenders.
If people say LeBron
it's
was
kind of
overhyped
like
coming out of high school, like it's
it's kind of the
warranted.
same thing as LeBron.
Then the next
Yeah,
big thing.
we somehow find a way to get Trevor Lawrence, which is like literally impossible. But we're Super Bowl contenders. We're top 4 team in the NFL. Period. I think he's gonna literally turn the Jets around. He's that good. You said there's one after Grownish. Yeah, I forgot the name of it. This past week's episode was good. Dre Tripp and Junior about smoking.
You're talking about the
weed,
one on Netflix.
Legal. I can't remember what it's
Netflix,
another.
The one after
it's
Grownish?
Another one. Yeah, it's like it's like her going back to her past and growing up. But yeah, Blackers does a great job of like discussing certain topics. Like it seems like they tackle certain topics each episode. It's not just like a random. Oh yeah, Jags, my fault. It's not just random episodes like Family Guy and one of those shows where it's just random things every episode. It's like something important every episode. Like it's a message every time. Oh yeah, Mixers, that's what it's called. Yeah, my fault, Jags. They don't always post Trevor though. Anthony Anderson went to Howard. Yeah, there's one out. Yeah, it's called Mixedish. What you think about Trey Boston from Carolina? Yep, I talked about that on Twitter. I would love to get Trey Boston for cheap. I would love to. I'd be so happy. Yeah. You say, wait, what happened? Let me look at Tankathon and see what's going on here. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence is going to turn the Jacksonville Jaguars around. Like they're not going to be sorry no more. Trevor Lawrence is going to be great. I can't see how he exactly won't, unless he keeps getting hurt for some odd reason. I don't know what the Jets are going to do though. But apparently the Falcons are interested in quarterback. The Jets are likely to take one. The Philadelphia Eagles like Trey Lance a lot, so we would probably have to trade up in the top 5 to get a quarterback. And I just don't exactly see that happening. I think that's quite unlikely. So I'm gonna have to cope with that. If we got Trevor, I'd be mad. You'd be mad, boy. He's literally, bro. I'm telling you, top 5 quarterback in the league, bro. What you think about?
Honestly,
Trey
I swear
Boston?
y'all just not liking him now because he's just on TV a lot. He's being talked about a lot, but like just because of that, you don't need to be the devil's advocate. Like this guy is good.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is good. And I don't know. I'm not comparing him to I'm not comparing him to Jamie Lannister because I'm not comparing anybody to who sleeps with his sister. I'm sorry. So I can't compare him to Jamie Lannister. Whoever
I don't know
Jamie
nothing
Lannister
about Game of Thrones. I'm gonna say Rico and some of y'all to vote for this. I want y'all to pick 2 QBs that you think will bust in this draft. At me to tell me what you think. I mean, bust is weird though, because like based on like where they're gonna go. Because like if you take a quarterback in the 5th round and they don't work out, that's technically not a bust, right? So I don't know. Maybe Mac Jones and Kyle Trask. I just don't. I think they're gonna be decent, but I don't think they're gonna be worthy of the hype.
I don't trust Alabama quarterbacks because the skill of competition. Like that's like one of the few colleges where you're going to go to the NFL. You actually have worse competition than you had when you were in college. So
yeah, literally,
I can't trust quarterbacks like that.
Yeah, and
worse talent around you.
It's like I know people say Mac Jones played against SEC defenses and things like that, but his team is the best team in the SEC,
and so he played with NFL wide receivers.
He literally played with a better receiver core than we had last season. He literally played with a better receiver core than the Burgundy and Gold had last season.
Oh, definitely
like it's not.
The Patriots.
It's not like come on now. I hate the Mac Jones played against stronger competition, but the receivers were just as open. The offensive line blocked just as well. The defensive lines, no matter how good the defensive line they went against was, didn't matter how good they were because their offensive line was better than any defensive line. Their receivers were better than any DBs, so it literally didn't matter. Great show once you get past the weird stuff.
Jalen Waddle from the national championship. He's better than any receiver from the Patriots. He is better than any receiver from the Patriots. Limping Jalen Waddle. I'm not even talking about regular Jalen Waddle.
Right, that's bruh. And if we draft Mac Jones or Kyle Trask, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be slightly less of a fan of this team. This is still gonna be my favorite team, but I'm not going into the season optimistic at all. I say Mac Jones or Kyle. Yeah, I think based on where they'll get drafted and what expectations will be of them, I think Mac Jones or Kyle Trask will be draft bust. Apparently, if I had to pick something about the spam.
Well, I feel like Justin Fields is going to be good. I feel like the Deshaun Watson comparison is a little unfair And the fact that Deshaun Watson has been winning a lot more in Clemson than Justin Fields has in Ohio State. And Deshaun Watson is just a winner, and he's just a gamer. So, but Justin Fields did show that in the playoffs, he did show that having his back hurt and still winning as well. But I just feel like Deshaun Watson's unfair because natural talent, you can argue Justin Fields is better natural talent coming out for both were coming out as rookies. But Deshaun Watson just had the intangibles. You can't compare. You can't just take those intangibles and put it on somebody else's. You just gotta have it or not.
Yeah, and it's hard to quantify like that, like the winning that Deshaun Watson brings, but it works. He just wins. He doesn't have any elite traits. Justin Fields is probably may even be faster than him. I definitely think he's more just athletically gifted than him. But Deshaun Watson just balls out. You know what I'm saying? Just balls out. Do you think we should trade up for Kyle Pitts? If we're not going quarterback, I'm down. Watch, we'll draft Mac. He'll be trash, and they'll say we ruin young QBs. Bro, I don't think Mac Jones is it, bro. I'll be really upset. We get Mac Jones. I'm not gonna lie. When Zach Wilson real bad, Baker will always have more commercials. You hate it. That man Baker Mayfield. How many wins? Didn't they have like 10 or more wins this season? You hate it. Dumb enough to do that. And I mean, the whole Mac Jones, Kyle Trask conversation is pointless because we've seen Ron Rivera and Scott Turner have talked about mobility infinitely this last season. Like, they've just kept stressing it. I mean, the reason they love Taylor Heineke more than every other guy we throw out there, even Kyle Allen, who I don't even like, just the fact that they were more mobile than Alex Smith and Dwayne Haskins. Ron Rivera and Scott Turner were just gushing over those guys just because of that. And I doubt we're going to go non-mobile quarterback ever again. You said what's wrong, watch the foot. Mac Jones going to New England. I hope so, bro. I honestly don't even want to wish Mac Jones on my worst enemy, bro. But Mac Jones is not it, bro. Mac Jones is the prime example of having better talent around you. I mean, look how Tua is struggling. Oh, my Lord. Mac Jones is going to be even worse. They saying they want Sam Darnold. While you were gone, King Saul said Mac Jones to New England. You know what I'm saying? Just to put that out there.
That's funny. Just
to put that out there. You know what I'm saying? Just to throw that negative energy out there onto you. If we can get a corner in free agency, get a corner in the draft. Who? Patrick Surtain, second in round 2. Patrick Surtain isn't making it to round 2. Yeah, no, he's not making it to round 2. He going like top 15, top 20 probably. They saying they want Sam Darnold. I saw that. But I prefer Simmons, even though he'll cost more. Yeah, Justin Simmons, Marcus Williams, Anthony Harris are all better than Trey Boston. But Trey Boston is a relatively nice little cheap option. He said smoking that OJ man. Love his personality. Rico, I don't know why so many fans want mediocre. I think people are just comfortable with safe. Mac Jones is Kirk Cousins a little worse. That's what I'm kind of thinking too. I don't know why people saw Josh Allen as top talent, but not Trey Lance, bro. I just don't understand. How can you look at what Josh Allen did and then look at Trey Lance and be like, Trey Lance is trash? Trey Lance is literally better than Josh Allen coming out of college. More polished, more accurate, better decision maker, faster. The only thing Josh Allen has on Trey Lance is he started more games, even though that doesn't matter because Trey Lance after 1 season, it looks better than Josh Allen after 3, so that doesn't matter. It's literally just more games and stronger arms, slightly. Not even that much. Trey Lance, when he enters the league, is going to have a top 12 arm strength. So it's not even like it's just this huge gap. You can argue top 10. That's literally it. Other than that, Trey Lance is more polished. He's a better decision maker. He's more accurate. Now, I'm not saying he's the most accurate, polished guy coming out of college ever, but he's better than Josh Allen coming out of college in pretty much almost every way. So I just don't understand the love for Josh Allen and the hate for Trey Lance. I'll never understand it. Am I weird for thinking Jamar Chase still better than Devontae Smith? No, I'm not mad at that because Jamar Chase was crazy. People just kind of forgot about him because of the season Devontae Smith had in Heisman. But I could definitely see an argument between Jamar Chase and Devontae Smith still. They compared Mac Jones to Garoppolo, Bill Belichick loves. Oh, hey, Seyi, hey, Mac Jones to New England. Let's do it. As long as we don't take him, I'm really Jamar next Julio. I like that comparison. Josh Allen has a cannon. Trey Lance, flick of the wrist, similar. Josh Allen, flick of the wrist, very similar. He can make every throw that Josh Allen can make. It's like after a certain point, how much arm strength do you need? Like once you're Aaron Rodgers, Cam Newton, You can even possibly include Dwayne Haskins, Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes, Trey Lance. Once you're like in that realm of arm strength, what is the big difference between Trey Lance and Josh Allen? Like, how much do you need? You know what I'm saying? It's not even that big of a difference. At least enough to matter. Trey Lance has, bro. You look at him. Watch Trey Lance again. Flick of the wrist, cannon. Who knows? Unlikely to happen, nearly impossible. Maybe we could trade for Denzel Ward from the Browns. He's athletic and super fast. I'm kind of interested. I mean, I've always, every time I look up, he's injured.
But how
he is talented. Yeah, I don't know. You go have to at least get a first round pick because I think they spent the first round pick on him. Jamar is faster.
Number
Allen
4
Robinson.
pick, by the way.
That is a deadly combination. Wait, how is Lance eligible? Didn't he only play 1 year, 1 game? Yeah, technically he's a junior though. I think it's just how long you're in college. It's not even how many games you play. Jamar Chase over Devontae Smith. I can't be mad at that. You would rather have Josh Allen. Now I'm only saying that so other teams will pass on him. Oh, yeah, I'm really hoping Trey Lance has the worst pro day in NFL history, bro. I really hope he goes out there and is just terrible. I hope Ron Rivera and them whisper in his ear, "Hey, just do terrible. We'll take you. We're guaranteed to take you. You won't fall past 19 at the very least."
And Belichick will tell him like, "Hey, kid, I know you're doing bad on purpose. Don't worry, we got you here at number 15. Come with the Super Bowl for us."
Bro, I'll be sick of Trey Lance go to the Patriots. I'm not gonna lie. He's a stick. We just need to trade up in front of the Niners. Devontae is a stick, though. Yeah, I am worried about Devontae's durability with that him being built like that, bro. Devonta Smith is like tiny, bro. Let me go look.
I just can't. I mean, he's super productive. He's like 170. He's super productive, but I don't know. I don't want to spend a top 5 on a receiver that small. And no, King Sean, he's not gonna be like these. Deshaun Jackson is faster. Deshaun Jackson is probably was faster than him. He's almost Tyreek Hill speed for Deshaun Jackson. I see him like if he can live up to that potential, Marvin Harrison. That's what he reminds me of. If he can live up to that potential.
Jalen Waddle's faster. He's more the Henry Ruggs, Deshaun Jackson, Tyreek Hill type of guy. But Devonta Smith is more like a Marvin Harrison. I like that comparison. He's just so skinny though. Like, I'm just so scared. Yeah, like you said, to spend a top pick on somebody.
And then again, Marvin Harrison also had that skinny build too. So he was a little bit. Yeah. He was bigger than that, but he had a skinny build, and he was taller, if I remember.
Robbie Anderson weighs more than Devontae Smith. Yeah, and the Robbie Anderson, that's crazy. I didn't even know that. Devonta Smith is heavier
Robbie Anderson's like 6'4", right?
Yeah,
Robbie Anderson's like 6'4", right?
Marcus Mariota or Mac Jones for the starting QB? Well, if you're picking up Marcus Mariota in free agency, easily Marcus Mariota over Mac Jones because you're going to have to take Mac Jones in the first round. I'm not spending the first round pick on Mac Jones. Like, literally, if you could have said anybody or Mac Jones, I would have said to any other person, especially if you don't have to trade for him. I'm not taking Mac Jones in the first round. You're not convincing me. If I'm the burgundy and gold, I'm not doing that. Waddle could have won Heisman if he didn't get hurt. He was putting up. Yeah, Jalen Waddle was one getting all the hype in the beginning of the season.
Anthony Thomas definitely on Percy Harvin build. Percy Harvin was strong for his height.
But he was like stocky but really fast.
190. Yeah,
he was
190, 200. He's built like a running back.
He said, "I don't like Trey Lance and Trevor Lawrence. I would be happy with Zach Wilson, Mac Jones, or Kyle Trask." We are literally the exact opposite, except for Zach Wilson. I like Zach Wilson a lot too, but we are literally the exact opposite.
Hey,
we're supposed to be a bulldog.
We come to watch the football team GM. I'll be happy about that.
No, we do not elect Kobe. We do not elect Kobe. We the people do not elect Kobe. Christian Miller. Why you bringing up old stuff? But hey, we did still George Pickens from Auburn, so we made up for it. I think if George Pickens just wasn't such a troublemaker and like had a better offense to work with, you'd be like basically just a Devontae Smith. More Julio like though, better like a more like Julio type of build. I've seen Jalen Waddle's highlights and route running. He's literally less athletic Terry McLaurin, in my opinion. I would say he's just faster. And then again, Terry McLaurin coming out of college, we didn't know he was gonna be this good. So we're just talking about coming out of college. Just saying he way more, but still a noodle. Yeah, exactly. Jalen Waddle or Rashad Bateman can fall to 19. I don't know. I think some people might reach. I don't know. We'll see. Your Percy was strong. Jameis was actually number 1 pick, or Marcus Mariota was number 2. I didn't like either of them coming out of college. Smith was committed to Georgia and decommitted. Hey, but we did the same thing to Auburn. We did the same thing to Auburn with George Pickett. Why are we bringing up old stuff? He said, elect me, Rico, and Rich to be counsel. All right. Wasn't Trevor Lawrence supposed to be a bulldog? Nah, I mean, we were hoping. I remember hoping for that, but it was never like official. I think we pursued Justin Fields from the jump. But Trevor Lawrence was from Georgia, but Clemson does a good job of recruiting in Georgia because South Carolina, Clemson is right there.
If Trevor Lawrence did commit to Georgia, would he? I will say obviously we started with Jake Fromm, but given how stubborn Kirby Smart was, even though
Kirby Smart
Justin Fields was clearly the better quarterback,
there's no telling.
But I feel like Trevor Lawrence will just have to start over Jake Fromm just by default, just because he has to look.
Yeah, I feel like the only reason Justin Fields maybe did not, because he was recruited as the dual threat guy. And so they wanted to go with the guy that was more familiar with the offense. But if we got Trevor Lawrence, who was seen as more of a pocket passer, he probably
threat guy too.
Oh yeah, he is. But
Trevor Lawrence is a dual threat guy as well. But yeah, I know.
He had the pro style label, so maybe that would have encouraged Kirby Smart to start him.
You could argue Trevor Lawrence is actually faster than Justin Fields, like full speed, deep speed. You could argue it.
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey, you definitely can, for real. Trevor Lawrence has sneaky athleticism. Always black QBs dual threats. Remember, Stephen A. Smith thought Dwayne Haskins was a runner. That man just looked at his skin tone and called it a day. You know, Dwayne Haskins with his mobility, his ability to run.
Stephen A. Hey, Stephen A. Smith, a basketball guy. He's a basketball guy.
He is. Stephen A. Smith is basketball, and Skip is clearly football. And that's about it for them.
What they say, Byron Leftwich, dual threat quarterback. Teddy Bridgewater, dual threat quarterback. Jacoby Brissett, dual threat quarterback.
The only one I can kind of see is Teddy.
Teddy's a pocket passer. Teddy's definitely a pocket passer.
The only one I could give you is where I can understand is Teddy. That's the only one. That's the only one where I could be like, I can see what you're kind of saying. Stephen A. Smith doesn't know much on football. I wish that Fields would have stayed at Georgia so he wouldn't have people questioning him. That's a good point too, because if he played at Georgia, Georgia would have won more games, probably would have won a championship, and that Ohio State stigma wouldn't be over his shoulder. People judging the helmet, not the quarterback. Trevor Lawrence has to run a 4 or 5.
If he would have stayed at Georgia, he only have 1 year starting.
Yeah, true.
It would have been this year.
Yeah,
if he would have stayed at Georgia.
That sucks too. That's so stupid. Lamar Jackson, wide receiver. Oh, appreciate the donation, King Saul, man. Much appreciate that. Thank you, big dog. Y'all want to talk about San Jose's come up from being absolute trash to top 25? Oh, I didn't keep track. I don't know nothing about it. If it's not SEC or like Ohio State, Michigan, USC, like them top schools, I really don't know, honestly. San Jose?
Honestly,
where is
this
San
pandemic
Jose?
has put everything all up. California.
Oh, okay.
But this pandemic has put everything out of whack for like NCAA. So like, yeah, even basketball. It's hard for me to keep up with NCAA basketball right now. I usually try because I love catching, like how Rico loves catching next prospect for football. I do the same thing for basketball, but man, the way the schedule looking, and then March Madness is already along the way. So it's like it felt like the season just started.
Yeah, I was talking to Rich about it the other day. That like I just haven't even been that heavy into recruiting this past year. Like for some like high school recruiting, as far as like Georgia and where guys are going for college teams, I just wasn't that passionate about it this year. Now the Corona was definitely the reason for it. It just didn't feel the same. So like I forgot about certain people because it started because Rich sent me a little practice tape of Amari Mims. I was like, I forgot we got that guy. Like I literally forgot we recruited him. Like I don't know. I just haven't really paid attention to recruiting this year. It's been like an off year. I just wasn't really feeling it. And no, you're gonna stop trying to steal this bone. Is there any defensive players projected in the top 10? Probably Micah Parsons. Gregory Rousseau better not go top 10.
You know what? He's been overhyped. North Carolina and Duke.
What about him?
I know Duke has a losing record, and I I think both have losing records, North Carolina and Duke in basketball. Like that's how bad they. Oh, Kentucky's absolutely horrible. Kentucky's like 5-13, I think.
What's going on? How did coronavirus affect that? What is the connection between coronavirus and big schools failing? Like, what happened? Or is it just happen? It's just a coincidence.
It's coronavirus. It's just the G League.
It was just their time.
League.
It was just their time. It was just their time.
Because you know how two of the top prospects of the NBA draft went to the G League.
Oh yeah, so that's okay.
Yeah, so I think it's just messing up like these college teams, these top college teams. Because Kentucky has been bad. Kentucky will probably feast on getting like these young 5-star prospects from freshmen.
Just eating up, not even having to do that much.
Yeah, but thing is now Duke started going. Coach K and Duke started using that recruiting philosophy ever since they got Kyrie Irving, and then they repeat that with R.J. Barrett and Zion. So they've been doing that philosophy. So Kentucky wasn't as good anymore because Duke was doing it, and then players are like, "Hey, I can play Coach K, who's also coached the Olympic national team. Or I'm going to play Calipari. I'm going to go to Coach K." And now the G League is now paying these players $500K a year to play in the G League for one season, and now players are like, "Well, I'm going to play in college so I can make $500K in a year." So it's just messing. Now,
college is really fun, but college is really fun and a unique experience. But hey, man, I can see why you'd be like $500,000 a year or struggle in college. I'm gonna take that $500K. I super see that, especially for the NBA. If you're all about money and just trying to you're about your career, makes a lot of sense.
Hey, from a prospect, I'll do that in a heartbeat. I won't even think about it. Like, nah, I'm going to the G League. But at the same time, too, maybe the pandemic since like usually these teams get freshmen. Maybe this pandemic affected them because since they're freshmen, they haven't played with the team. They haven't practiced with the team as much. And the pandemic changed their practice schedules. So maybe they have a shortened practice schedule, shortened training camp. You don't know.
Just struggling. Wait, so is this the current ranking right now? Because have they literally played 20 games?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't even keep track.
I haven't heard about one game, and they've already played 20.
Yeah, they don't market it. They don't market it at all, and I can't keep track. I really cannot keep track.
Yes,
but
sir.
Yeah, St. John's is actually doing good too. I don't know where St. John's is ranked, but they're doing good this year.
Duke. I'm happy. That's all I care about. They beat
Villanova. So
they beat
number
Villanova,
one, Gonzaga is unreal. Jalen Suggs might be the number one pick. He's a freshman. He's their point guard. He's looking like Jason Kidd out there. He might be the number one pick. But like, yeah. Yeah, so you don't see any of these big programs.
Yeah, no Duke. That's all I care about. No Duke.
Tennessee is up there in the top 25.
I know Georgia's
when
trash.
Do you see an SEC team up there? Of course. Of course
Georgia's
it's trash.
Anthony Edwards is the only reason Georgia basketball was relevant.
And they still were losing. They still were losing with him.
Yeah, still were losing with Ant. Is Maryland even up there? What about Georgetown? How about Georgetown? Oh, Georgetown's not up. Georgetown hasn't been the same for a while now.
I don't think Georgetown has been that good this year.
Yeah, I mean, they're not top 25. That's crazy. Alabama's number 8 in basketball, too.
Yeah, their head coach has got an extension, too, because of that.
Look at them trying to take over every sport. That's so annoying. I don't know what Loyola, Illinois. You lost me on that. I don't even know what that is. I'm not gonna lie. What's good, Joseph? Jalen Suggs is going crazy. See, I don't know nothing about that. I don't know anything about college basketball. Oh, and to answer your question, J-Mon, I would say
under 6'7". Really? That's crazy.
I would say the QB is harder, but football is set up to go against DBs. Like, I feel like the rules and everything is set up for DBs to be unsuccessful. Because like I always say, the best quarterback and the best receiver are always going to beat the best wide receiver. Best corner. Literally 9 times out of 10. So it's just literally set up for them to fail. Just the way the rule of the sports go. But quarterback is a more complex. I think it's just harder to play in general. What rank is Maryland ain't up there? FSU has one player. So wait, how does FSU only have one player under 6'7" though? Like, what does that mean? I know Florida. I know Florida is just like a freak athlete producer. They're just a factory. But what does that mean? What does that mean? What does that even look like?
in college, shoot, that's like
Yeah, like
that's like cheating.
What does that mean?
In college, you'll see more often. You'll see 6'4" power forwards. So that's
Yo,
that's not fair.
Ohio State is probably the best combination of football and basketball because Alabama, number one in football, but 8 in basketball. But Ohio State's probably the best, like, perfect middle between the two.
While Michigan, they have nothing to look forward to in their football team. At least their basketball team could possibly win the national championship.
Them boys fell off, boy. They had so much hope and forgot the name of that quarterback. He did not work out. Oh, Jim Harbaugh. Yeah, Jim Harbaugh didn't work out. Shea Patterson, but he was supposed to be the one, boy. Supposed to be the one. Scott Barnes, point guard. I play DB. It's got to be the hardest. Forget the QBs. I mean, literally, the rules are designed for DBs to fail in the NFL. Like, literally, it's literally designed. I'm glad they at least made it possible for you to push guys out of bounds again. Because remember, like a few years ago, where if you pushed the receiver out of bounds and didn't give him a chance to land in with his feet, it was basically a pass interference. But now, you can do whatever you want once they have the ball in their hands. And if you push them out of bounds and they don't get both feet in, that's an incomplete pass. But yeah, a few years ago, you couldn't even push them out of bounds before they landed on the ground. It was wild. Like,
DBs I remember Minnesota didn't make the playoffs that 1 year because of that, because they got penalty calls for them for pushing a player out of bounds or something. But then they kept the rule, like, then they changed the rules. So if they had that rule where Minnesota didn't make the playoffs, they would have made the playoffs that year. I forgot what year it was.
Life sucks, bro. It'd be little things like that. I'm seeing from several people that Ohio State basketball is overrated. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know I wouldn't know. And Captain, I know about Brian Brzee. I super know about him because I really wanted him. He even visited Georgia one time. Like, he pulled up the campus and took a tour for a few hours, but just ended up not coming to Georgia. You remember that Baylor QB that we drafted?
I haven't watched much of Cade Cunningham yet. I really watched Cade Cunningham in high school. I haven't watched much of the college version of Cade Cunningham yet. But, I mean, from what it seems, just like Cade Cunningham's a better scorer. Jalen Suggs is a better playmaker. So just, to me, it's just like, for them, it's apples and oranges right now. I need to do more scouting, but it's just whatever the team prefers. Jalen Suggs is a true point guard. Cade Cunningham's a lead guard. He's like I won't say Ben Simmons, because Ben Simmons is a playmaker, but he's like a 6'8" lead guard who's not really a point guard, but you can't really put him in a position either. He's like a shooting guard that has the ball in his hands most of the time.
Cunningham is an average college starter. I hate Christian Miller. He said, you can't have my Brian Brzee, bro. I was sick about that. I'm not going to lie. When he finally declared where he was going, I was surprised, too, because I thought he might go to Alabama over us. He ended up going to Clemson.
Well, I like getting players from Gonzaga. Honestly, if you come from Gonzaga, most often than not, you're going to be a good NBA player, at least a role player in the NBA. And, like, look for example, we got Domantas Sabonis, got a couple of other guys, but Domantas Sabonis is a perfect example. He wasn't the star player in Gonzaga, but he came to Gonzaga, played a role, and look at him in the NBA. Now he's a star in the NBA. Yeah, Rui Hachimura is projecting to be good, of course. Yeah, Wizards' own Rui Hachimura. Adam Morrison is an outlier. He had injuries. He would have been a good NBA player. Brandon Clark, that's what I'm thinking of. Brandon Clark. Yeah, Brandon Clark, for example, like, he had similar measurables to Zion. But he kind of fell in the draft. But look at him in Memphis right now, playing a big role for the Memphis Grizzlies, and definitely one of the top young players for the future. But I love getting players from Gonzaga. Mark Few, who was also the coach of the Fab Five way back when, he could develop some NBA players. So because of that, I prefer Jalen Suggs. Even for 1 year, I prefer Jalen Suggs. Like, I love getting players from either Michigan State or Gonzaga because they're going to produce great NBA players, at least great role players. Like Michigan State, for example, got Jaren Jackson, Gary Harris, Draymond Green. Who's the guy from the Spurs? Oh, you're Bryn Forbes. Like, they produce NBA players.
Can't think of any other Ohio State basketball players other than D'Angelo Russell. I forgot he played for Ohio State because I just know he's from Kentucky.
Who's playing in Ohio State?
I always forget that.
I think he's real. Oh yeah, Miles Bridges from Michigan State. Yeah, Rich Miles Bridges. Denzel Valentine. Yeah, Denzel Valentine from Michigan State as well. Even though Honestly, his NBA career went exactly how I projected to be. Role player. I never thought he was going to be like anything more than that in the NBA. He didn't have the athleticism. Ohio State. Evan Turner. I don't know if he's still even playing, but he's a number.
Talking about nasty voice.
Yeah,
I terrible voice.
Evan
Turner's voice, man.
I thought Evan Turner was going to be a star coming to the NBA. He was so good for Ohio State, but never.
He was great for fantasy leagues.
He
when
was
I used to do basketball fantasy leagues. He was crazy.
He was number 2 pick in the draft. Like, I thought he was going to be a star. I really thought he was going to be a star. He was supposed to be like James Harden without the jump shot, like in just terms like being a big playmaker.
Yeah, I don't ever remember him being that. I just remember him putting up good fantasy numbers, though.
Trying to see what's a perfect comparison for Evans. Yeah, he was supposed to be like a 6'8" Ben Simmons. Honestly, he was really supposed to be like a 6'7" Ben Simmons. That's how good he was in college. Like,
that is ridiculous. I never knew he had that. Was supposed to have that potential. I never knew that.
He was that good. I don't know what happened. I guess he didn't have the athleticism for the NBA, but he looked quick in college. He just didn't have that same quickness when he came to the NBA. I guess it was a competition he was going against. It made him look better. But I mean, he still became a role player. But
yeah, I mean, he helped me out in fantasy, so I'll always appreciate him.
Kevin Flarnar. Not Michael Beasley was supposed to be next KD. He was supposed to be like a Derek Coleman. He's supposed to be like a more athletic Derek Coleman. He was supposed to be a rebounding machine. I don't know what happened to Beasley either, but I think Michael Beasley's case, he played for Kansas State, where he was like the tallest player, so his rebound numbers were inflated, and Kansas State didn't really have anybody else outside of Jacob Poland, who wasn't even an NBA player. So he was scoring 25 a game just because there was like nobody else in the competition he went against wasn't that great. And also like how we talk about Deshaun Watson has that intangibles. Beasley didn't have the intangibles at all. Beasley did not care. Young Michael Beasley did not care about basketball. So that also went against him too. He would have cared about basketball. He could have been just as good as Derrick Rose, who got drafted over him.
Yeah, Michael Beasley is the year he was getting drafted was the last time I went to a summer league. And those were pretty fun. So those were pretty cool to go to. I saw something I was
so ready for him in the NBA. I thought he was going to be a player.
Free agency starts, I think, March 17th, Justin, I believe. And no, I do not want Richard Sherman. Please no. Boy, please no. Greg Oden was injured. Richard Sherman gotta take the minimum if you want to play with us. Did Rico tell you about the Street Scores Army with him as the general, me and Rich and Sean as the commanders? Yeah, we got like rankings. We have a ranking system. Rico, do you think we're gonna franchise? I think we're gonna sign Brandon Sheriff long term, just to hold it down in the comment section and and handle important matters, things like that. King Sean came up with it. Why is it so hard to get a PS5? I keep forgetting y'all are looking for those.
I gave up. I gave up on searching for one. Like, there's no games that are coming out for it anyway. So, like, whatever. I'll just wait. I don't even care anymore.
I got plugs, but I don't even know where to send it because a lot of times it's not when I'm streaming or anything. So it's just like, how do I send it out real quick? Should I just tweet it or something?
If I ain't getting it for retail price, I'm not buying it. I'm sorry. So if you only selling retail price, I'm not buying it. I just care. Have wait.
I'm in tune with the resellers and all of the bot having guys and just anything trying to selling stuff. So whenever it comes out on a random website, say 2:35 a.m. on Target, I'm one of the first people to get to know. I'm always part of that group. So if I could just if I just put it on Twitter or something, Series X plug, it's easier to get a Series X. It's way easier to get a Series X.
I'm pretty sure by the time you text me, it's already sold out. So
yeah, you do got to be quick. I would suggest make sure you have an account with your credit card, address, everything already put in on Walmart, Target, Chegg, everything. You need to have it for everything because it can be random. It can randomly just be anybody. Chegg, Sam's Club, BJ, bro. It's so random. It'll just randomly be 4:22 a.m. Walmart, like just out of nowhere. You got to be on it, bro. Can't imagine paying $600 for shoes. That's not me either. They have so many PlayStation 5s on StockX. How much are they selling Xboxes for? Like sell my Xbox. Yo, Rico, I know you heard about Trey Boston. Yeah, we talked about it earlier, man. Yes, sir, man. I really want Trey Boston because he'd be so cheap. I think Marcus Williams is the perfect combination of not too expensive, but also really good. Because, of course, Anthony Harris and Justin Simmons are the best free safeties in this class, in this free agency class. And Trey Boston, out of the four I'm talking about, I would say is the least good. I'm not going to say the worst, but the least good. Marcus Williams is a perfect middle where he won't cost too much, but it'll also be better than the Trey Boston.
Oh, Kobe, you talking about if you would pay $700, you could get the digital edition from StockX? You know, the digital edition is worth like what, $400? I'm not paying an extra $300 for that. I'm good. I'm good. Y'all could do that. I'm good. Like, y'all think about it. Once you buy the PS5, do you ask yourself, what games are you going to play that are not on the PS4 as well? You got Spider-Man, probably 2K. What else? What else?
That's a good point. What's good, Zulu?
What else? Tell me what else.
These are all games you can play on the previous generation, though. You're naming all games of the previous.
Exactly.
I think literally the only game that I know in existence that's different in next gen from the previous gen, that's literally a completely different game is 2K. That's literally it. Everything else you can literally just play on previous gen. Everything I play, I literally could be playing on my previous gen right now. With Ark, Call of Duty, Hunt is the game I play the most. That's literally like all of that I could have been playing on an older Xbox.
I'm saying, like, Kobe, like, hey, you pay $700. Hey, that's all good. That's all. I mean, do you? I mean, it's cool. It's just not something I would do. Like, I don't look. I could wait. For it. Because honestly, if I was to buy it for retail price, I told myself if I was to buy it, I probably would resell it because I have nothing to do with it. Like, there's nothing for me to do with it. I remember when I first bought my PS4, I bought it like I bought it the week of it debuted, and like for about months, it was just like a street. It was just like a giant Roku for me because I barely used it to play games. There's barely any games out. I mean, FIFA was out, but FIFA was trash. So I wanted to return FIFA after I played it. I didn't even play FIFA again. I don't know if 2K was even out by then, but like, yeah, I really used it for Hulu and Netflix. I didn't use it for anything else. I was in school. I used it for Hulu and Netflix. It was just a giant streaming service. I was thinking to myself, like, man, I really could have waited on this PS4. And this feels as way with this PS5.
Could have paid $14 for a Roku.
I'm for real. So, it's like the same thing with this PS5 right now. It's like, what am I going to do with it? I mean, I do want to play. I haven't played Spider-Man on the PS4 yet because I told myself I'll wait out for PS5 because I want to play on those PS5 graphics. But like, I can wait for that. It's not something I'm like dying to play. There's nothing else out like that makes me want to play. Like, I'm still enjoying my PS4 to this day. I've been playing Control on the PS4 the whole day. For any people who got a PlayStation, y'all know about Control on the PS Plus for free. That game is lit. So for anyone who hasn't played it yet and got a PlayStation 4, y'all need to download it. It's for free if you got PlayStation Plus. It's for free. It's for free this month. But like, yeah,
I literally play previous gen games with previous gen people on my Xbox all the time. Like, literally, I'm literally not even playing with or against next gen people on next gen games. It's like I'm literally just playing it on a faster Xbox. My Xbox is just faster and can hold more memory. That's literally
it. Y'all really pay for faster loading speeds. That's really what y'all paying for right now. I'll wait. Look, they don't have any more. They have limited in stock, and I'm really frustrated with trying to buy one for retail price. I don't even care anymore. Like, I just read these articles. Like, it's effort just to even go on this website just to keep checking if it's in stock. So I just gave up. I got tired of it, and I get the notifications. I mean, but still, it's like even if you get a notification, you go to the website, it's probably already sold out by then. And I did want to play 2K on the PS5. But I already heard the game is buggy on the PS5. I heard the gameplay is good, but like association mode or what they call My NBA now, Like it's all buggy, and that's really why I wanted to play a PS5 version for. So when I heard it's buggy, like I had no interest anymore. So there's like
this is dead.
that was really the only interest of me having a PS5 for it. And like, yeah, I could wait. Like if I don't get one like until like the end of the year, I am perfectly fine. I'd rather save my money at this point.
I haven't really peeped Marcus May-J-Mon yet, so I don't exactly know. And running backs are hard to project. I think running backs are one of the hardest positions to project because anybody can take on running back. You can have a good running back and still take another one. So I don't know. That's really hard.
Oh, Kobe, what are you waiting for? Control is great. I've been playing Control all day, and then I only just stopped it right now to do this podcast. I've been playing it all day. You need to get it. You need to download it. It's for free. You need to download it. I mean, in the beginning, it's probably I won't say it's boring in the beginning, but it kind of drags in the beginning, and you'll be confused about like most of the you'll be confused every single time, like for every puzzle. You're gonna be confused for like the first hour of the game. Because like there's so many puzzles, so many unnecessary puzzles, and it's like you'll be spending like time on YouTube trying to solve these puzzles. But after that, like after you get your skills up, you get your powers up, the game becomes fun. It becomes super fun.
One game that this is a PlayStation exclusive that I would love to play is Persona. I would love to play Persona. I think they're on 5 right now. I think they're on Persona 5.
Yeah, it's on a discount right now.
Yeah, I would definitely if I had a I do have one, but it's
a race. It's a card game. So I was thinking about. I mean, it's on a discount, so I just want to see if I should buy it. Is it a card game or something? I forgot.
No, it's not a card. It's like a simulator kind of. It's hard to explain. It's anime first of all. It's like anime built Japanese game. Oh
yeah, okay.
It's the one where you're like living life, like you even like you're in school and you literally have to take tests and like get the answers right and everything. It's like literally just living life.
I might copy. I might need to read reviews because they have a double discount thing going on for PlayStation Plus, so it's on a discount. And if you are a PlayStation Plus subscriber, you get an even bigger discount. So I want to.
Oh yeah. I would super try it. I would just super try it. This version for $730. Hey, I need to sell mine. Jones already said that. What's good? What's good, Joanne? I don't have Spider-Man yet. I'm not really a single player game person. Like we've discussed this before. I prefer to watch it. So like even like with PlayStation, I prefer to watch somebody else play Spider-Man than play it myself. I'm a multiplayer guy. I'm so extremely competitive. If my TV is on, if the controller is in my hands, I gotta be like messing up somebody else's day. That's the only thing that drives me. I have to play multiplayer. I can't play single player. I'm not here for the gaming experience. I'm here to make somebody on the other side of the world sad. That's just, I don't know. That's what fuels me. And that's why I go so hard when I play games against my friends and family, because it's like I can hear their reaction. Like I'm just super competitive. That's the only thing that motivates me to go crazy on video games. Single player games, I just prefer to watch somebody play it.
Oh man, King. So you sold your PS4. Honestly, I think I've learned what I'm going to do with my consoles. I'm never going to sell my consoles early anymore, or when a new console comes out. I feel like honestly it's best to keep them because years later, like think how rare having a PS1 is right now, like the classic PS1 or a PS2 or a PS3. Like they're worth more now than they were when the next generation just came out. When the PS2 is worth more now than when the PS3 just came out. So I'm just gonna hold these because you don't know how much it'll be worth like 15 years from now. You really don't.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Especially I have all my systems. Works.
I got the PlayStation 1 and everything still. We have all of that.
I used to just get my old systems to like the little kids that came to my house, and I wish I regretted it now. I had a Dreamcast, had a PS1. I regret it now. I wish I kept all of them because now they're like worth more than when I originally had them. So I'm going to do the same thing with my PS4. I'm not selling my PS4. I'm keeping it to the end of time. I want to see how much it'll be worth like 20 years from now, 20, 25 years from now. You don't know.
Oh yeah, I know Marcus May is a safety. I went from like just kind of in the same sentence without a break. Went from talking about Marcus May to Najee Harris. Somebody asked, where do I think Najee Harris will go in the draft? So That's how I went from Marcus May. I haven't really watched film on him, and then the rest of it was all Najee Harris on where running backs go in the draft and stuff like that. Jacoby Brissett, I mean, to compete with Taylor Heineke, but I'm not going to assume he's going to be a starter. I'm not just going to assume our quarterback position is solved. He better be coming on like a veteran minimum. Patriots trade Washington J.C. Jackson for Trey Apke per nobody. He said per nobody.
That's funny.
Only old console I have is my PSP. That's actually one of the very few I don't have. That's actually crazy. I think I have a PSP somewhere.
PSP was a classic. That probably could be worth something right now. That probably could be worth something too. Let's see. D Virgin is not being signed to a 4-year, $35 million extension. He is not. I repeat, he is not.
What? What about an extension? What? Signed.
No, he is not. I can
Destruction All Stars. Fall Guys. Oh yeah, Fall Guys is coming to Xbox. I am gonna hop on that. I've had a PC too, but I just don't care. Again, if I'm not playing with my friends and stuff, it's really hard for me to play games anyway. So like I could have been playing Fall Guys on the PC, but I'm just gonna wait till it comes to Xbox to play with my partner and them. You said advice for a college student, he doesn't know what they're doing or doesn't want to pursue college. The thing I always say is there's no experience in life like college. Even if I were a billionaire, I would still go to college because there's literally nothing like it. Just like the things you do, like not even for like the actual learning. I mean, of course, building connections, that's like the most important part technically. But like the education part, that's kind of extra in a way. But I'm like just experiences, like you can't do what you do in college at any other part in your life. But I would strongly suggest college.
But then I also suggest if you don't know if you should pursue college, you should wait. You should only go to college if you know you want to pursue it.
Especially if you're gonna rack up a lot of debt.
Exactly, because that's the number one thing is debt. You don't want to be in debt. Debt is the worst thing. And honestly, look, I got a college degree. Haven't still done really much with it yet. So, like, it just depends what you're going for. And at the same time, like what Rico said, there's no experience like college, but also me and Rico, we went to New York. We didn't stay in Georgia.
Yeah,
so we tried to make sure we
different.
We made the most of our experience. And I can say this, like, I barely learned a thing in school, but I learned a lot living in New York. So my best teacher was experience. So I mean, you don't need to go to college for like what we did. You could just go to New York and live for 4 years. You don't need to go to college for that. I mean, for me, this is what I say for a college student. If you are undecided, you shouldn't be going to college if you are undecided. Like looking at it now, I feel like that shouldn't be a thing. Because if you are undecided, that means you don't know what you're going to college for. You're just paying just to pay. You need to go to college for a reason. If you're not sure yet if you want to pursue college, then you don't need to go, or just at least try to find a passion. Because my
mom has a good point. My mom has a good point. I mean, we met in college, and the reason I'm doing sports stuff is because of St. John's. I literally wouldn't be doing a sports YouTube channel probably if I didn't go to St. John's. Like I was straight music when I went to St. John's. I wasn't even. I mean, I love sports, but I wasn't like I'm gonna report on it and talk about it. I was straight music before I went to St. John's.
You were a producer. You were a producer and rapper when I met you.
Straight up.
Prodigy. Well, yeah, there you go. Like Miss Harper said it. Like if it wasn't for college, you wouldn't have met, even though we lived in the same state. The most important part of college is definitely the connections more than education. I mean, education, you take what you want from it, but by far, like I should have done a better job with it. The connections you make is by far the most important part of college. But like you said, we also need, when I say college is the most unique experience you'll ever have in your life and things like that, I do need to preface the fact that we did go to college in New York. So our experience is way more complicated than other people's. Even LA isn't as busy, complicated, as many things to do, as much, fun stuff to get into, especially for free. As a broke college student, New York is the best city to be in if you just have a place to live, because most stuff to do in New York is free. So like I think New York is the best place. New York City is the best place to go to college. It's by far, in my opinion, it's always something to do and then St. John's is the perfect
like balance because it's a college with a campus a little bit away from the city, but we're still in the city. You can just walk to the train, you can walk to the buses. If you want to go to Manhattan and all of that, you can just take a train and a bus there to Bronx, Brooklyn, all of that. But like we're not in the middle of it all of the time. So if you want like a college campusy feel with fraternities and parties and events and all of that type of stuff, I think St. John's is perfect. So I do have to preface that. Like, St. John's is kind of unfair. New York City is unfair when I'm talking about college because 80% of the fun I had in college was literally unique to New York. I can admit that.
So Prodigy was asking about the education aspect, actually. Well, that really just depends on what you're trying to go to school for. What's your major? Because every major is different. I mean, my major is communications. I believe Rico, yours is marketing, right? So,
yes,
So yeah, our majors are different. Our majors are more liberal arts. I know, like my first 2 years, I was learning about pretty much a bunch of miscellaneous stuff, not pertaining to my major, which honestly I felt like wasn't really that useful, except for like the English courses I took. I mean, there were still like I took like 1 or 2 major courses for my first 2 years, but it was still dominated by general courses, so it's just filler. I mean, after your first semester, you can of your freshman year, you can kind of like shape your college pathway of what you want to do, what class you want to take. You can knock out some of your major classes out the way first. You can't knock out all of them, depends what school you go to. And as well, don't let your dean always pick your classes because sometimes doesn't have your best interest. That I learned that my senior year. I had to take extra courses after I graduated. I was still missing 6 credits, so I still had to finish those 6 credits after I graduated because the dean didn't have my best interest at heart. She was trying to get me to stay in school as long as possible, and I found that year where it was too late
crazy
to get this out the way. So always make sure you know what classes you need to graduate. Always make sure.
That is very true.
Don't let your dean find that out for you. Figure that out for yourself.
And also with picking your own classes, I was rate my professor god level. Like I don't know I haven't had a person in life that is taking rate my professor as seriously as me. You know how many easy A's I got because I scouted my professors before I picked my class. Once they like announced when I would be because you get like a specific day and time based on the credits you have when you'll be able to select your classes. So I would have like 8 different schedule possibilities. I would have backups of backups of backups and have my teachers ranked in everything before every semester before I picked my classes. And I ended up with so many easy classes. And I know because like I have friends that took the harder classes. I had so many teachers that didn't take attendance, didn't require you to buy the textbook. All you had to do was show up and take maybe 2 tests, and that was the whole class. Or you just had to do a quick little easy project.
Because I
was eating.
So marketing communication, we take similar classes. So I know the exact professors you took. Because I took the 2 brothers, right? Both of them were super easy. You didn't even have to come to class. You got A's. It was a marketing. They were marketing professors. I forgot.
Yeah, I think I know you're talking about.
But like I took their classes, but honestly, like sometimes I'll do rate my professor, but sometimes I'll challenge myself and I purposely will take the harder professor because I'm like,
I can't be mad at that.
Look, I'm paying for the school anyways. I might as well pay to learn. I'm not, even though like I want to get the A. I don't want to get the A, not learn anything. So sometimes I purposely take the harder professor and I'll get the B or the C or whatever. But I was like, hey, at least I learned because like I was paying to learn. Even though that didn't really help my GPA, but sometimes I did purposely take the harder professor. And as well, speaking on grades, for me, at least depends on your major because your major is different. For our majors, I feel like our grades don't really mean a thing. As long as your GPA is 3.0 or over, that's what it needs to be. So as long as that, after that, you need to focus on your connections. Your connections is more important than your than your grades. That's one thing I learned. Now,
the biggest part of college is your connections, and that's another reason why New York is so great. Because if you're doing anything with music, sports, media, that's also like a nice little leg up.
If you're in the medical and science field, it's probably different. Grades are probably more important, but like in our field,
it's competitive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
connections are more important. Than
Law, medical, all of that is more competitive than us. Like law is literally built to where it doesn't matter if you have a 95 overall grade or whatever in the class. They only pass a certain amount of people. So if the top certain percent have all 99s and you have a 95, technically you fail. I think something like that, where it's purely competitive. It's completely relative to the guy next to you type of thing. Marketing communication is nowhere near like that. You just, you get your A's and keep it pushing. I would say focus on what feels you like.
You say I don't know about that shit. What you don't know about? You mean me taking the harder courses? Hey, sometimes I'm like, look, I'm paying for the school. I want to actually learn. At least if it's for like the classes like math or like history, whatever, I'll try to take the easy classes, even though I couldn't take the easy class in math. But if it's like something like more along the lines of my field, like I purposely took a harder management course because my focus, my concentration with business. So I purposely took a harder management professor so I could learn about like that side. Yeah, and I kind of regret it. I gotta see.
I super respect it though. And I was just messing with me because she got to use the bathroom. So like literally at 10, I'm gonna go because I'm scared she about to just do something.
Harder,
I don't know what you got going on.
Harder as I mean a professor that will challenge you, that you won't just go to the class and you just get an automatic A just for being there. Because we definitely had professors like that in St. John's.
Boy, I was finessing.
I knew all the professors. So harder is the ones that are actually challenging you actually have to study for. You actually have to learn. The professors that would just call on you without even you raising your hand, so you're always attentive. Like I had a professor that for communications, and I love that professor. Professor Jarmy. But like, yeah,
I didn't avoid them all the time. So I took a couple, but but it was very rare. It was like 5% of my professors, maybe 10% were like that. Other than that, it was just easy breezes. I'm not gonna lie. I spent hours on trying to get my schedule together. And Captain asked about Atlanta. I was thinking about going to Morehouse. Well, if you want to go to the blackest city in America, and there's always a lot going on. Like Atlanta's actually I don't give Atlanta enough credit because I'm always comparing every city to New York because New York's my favorite city to live in. But if you really honestly think about it, Atlanta is a great city to be in. I mean, especially if you're black, like it's the blackest city in America. It's the most prosperous black city in America too, as far as like just things to do, black-owned businesses to connect with people, kind of like thing like that. So you know what I'm saying? And Atlanta's home, so I love it. Atlanta's always gonna be second in my heart. It's always gonna be New York and Atlanta. I always want to go back and forth between there. Maybe a little LA mixed in, but that's about it. What's good, DMV Sports Zone? My boy, make sure y'all subscribe to my boy. Wait, Rico's mom is in here. Oh yeah, Kobe is kind of new. The HBCU experience is really something. I did not stay on campus when I was at Moore. Oh yeah, I would strongly suggest stay on campus, at least for your freshman year. Because that's part of the unique experience that you can't get anywhere else. I love staying on campus a lot.
And the thing about Morehouse is that Morehouse, Spelman, Clark, Atlanta, and Morris Brown are all intertwined into one. Like they all got like the same library.
Oh yeah,
kind of similar stuff. And like the restaurants there are cool. Like if you're not from Atlanta, I think that's a very fun experience. And even like when I just walked,
it's unique. Campus, you can't get that anywhere else.
I look at it, I was like, man, I wish I. So like some part of me wishes I would have went to this school, like right in the city too. Like some part of me wish I would have went there. And that area, even though that area is still not the safest, it's developing.
Oh yeah, Morehouse used to be worse than what it is now. Yeah, the area around it, it's not as bad as it used to be. It's still a little, iffy. I mean, it is Atlanta. I mean, it's Atlanta, but it's not that bad anymore. It's definitely a little gentrified. My favorite professors were those who had great lectures and conversations. I retained more from them than the ones who drew a bunch of I hated the tedious ones. I got lucky too because towards the end, I started signing up for a bunch of online classes that like some of the teachers did not care. You could literally find the answers for tests and homework on the internet. So it was just basically like clocking in real quick, finding the stuff on Google, copying and pasting it, and keeping it pushing. It was beautiful. Some classes were that easy.
I don't like the professors to give busy work. I don't mean that as harder. It just means the ones that will actually like
somebody that actually cares and wants to challenge you and wants you to become
not the class give with you busy work.
Yeah, tedious work is definitely different.
I had a professor at one point I didn't like during the semester, probably even after the semester, I didn't really like the class, and I felt like it was giving busy work. But after completing his class, I respected everything that professor taught me because he taught me how to use Canva. He taught me how to use a lot of things, but I just thought it was just busy work. I thought it was just busy work at one point, but now I'm using a lot of the stuff he taught me like in the real world. So, hey, I respect
Canva's literally how I do all of my thumbnails.
I respect him.
Literally all of my thumbnails are Canva. I mean, I just randomly picked it up on my own because it was free. But if I were taught how to use it, I'd probably be even better at it.
He knew I also did play-by-play broadcasting for the basketball team. So knowing that, he purposely kind of gave me harder work than other people. And I kind of didn't like that. But at the end but now looking back at it, yeah, I actually like it. I actually appreciate that.
That's somebody that really cares about you. That man took the extra mile to make sure you developed into a smarter person, type of thing. But y'all, Seyi was communication, I was marketing. Y'all know a big Spider-Man game is the Miles Morales one or just Spider-Man? Oh, I don't know. I'm not even PlayStation, so you said I'm sorry. I don't think running back is a need. I think just don't think we need another until either Bryce Love doesn't work out, probably, or until Gibson wants out. Yeah, I don't think it's a big need. I mean, of course you should always bring in some random guys maybe later in the draft or undrafted free agents, but yeah, it's definitely not a big need. I cared about my major classes. The goal was to skate through general requirements. They just grade 13. That's kind of true. Like the math classes and stuff, it was super copy and paste for me. Then again, I'm kind of like naturally good at math, so I didn't have to really worry about that. But like the other general courses, I would say like sciences and stuff like that. Boy, it was super get the easiest class possible and keep it pushing.
I was good at math, but for my major, for some reason, I either had to take statistics or calculus. But I was good at just regular math. I had to take one of them. But I was trying to skip all. I literally skipped all of it till last semester because I really did not want to take it.
I prefer calculus because it's less work. Some people consider it harder. But again, I'm like good at math. So you say what?
I mean, I'm good at math too, but when I was a freshman, my first semester, they gave me calculus, but they gave me the worst professor ever. Like he was even like a 1-star named my professor. Because like freshmen, you don't choose your professors. Yeah, so like I had to withdraw it. I had to withdraw it because I was going to fail that class mostly because of him. I was going to fail it. So I had to withdraw it. So I had to just push it back all the way to the last semester. And I chose the statistics professor. He was cool and all, but he was super by the book. So it was just like, man. And the thing is, like, since it wasn't my field, yeah, it was just like, man, like it was a lot of work. But he made sure he passed me because he knew I was trying. I wasn't doing too well, but he knew I was trying.
Statistics is without a doubt the most tedious form of math of all time. It's horrible. Again, I'm good at math. So like trigonometry, calculus, all of that is like, I wouldn't say it's easy for me, but I guess it's easier than most people trying to do it. So it's not that bad. I just got to study real quick and then I just understand it. I'm straight. So like statistics is really not even that much to know. It's just a lot of work. And I hate statistics. Yeah. I can't stand it. I was mad I had to take both.
DMV Sports Zone. I know you say you were doing law. I feel like with law, I mean, of course, the grades don't matter with law. So, like, yeah, with law, you'll definitely have like a more difficult time with school than we would go through. And of course, you're going to be in school longer.
But yeah, philosophy was a huge waste of time. I mean, sometimes it was interesting. At least the conversations we had was fun.
Depends on the professor.
Yeah, it literally was up to the professor. And we had to take philosophy 3 times and theology 3 times. Now, theology was point blank, period. Super pointless to me.
Did you take Religions of the World, though? Religions of the World was one of my favorite classes.
Oh, that might have been fun. I never took Religions of the World. No.
Because, my third, because, after your first one, you get to choose. So, yeah, my third theology class, my third philosophy class were good because I chose very specific ones. Religions of the World was great. Like that opened my eyes to so many things. One of my favorite classes ever. Like we just came to class and watched movies all day. We did, and the only test we took was in the finals week, and it was just basically like a review. Do we like the class and like what did we learn? It was so easy. It was an easy A. That one was an easy A, but I also learned a lot because we watched videos. And we discussed about the videos. We watched videos about different religions. We even watched videos about Scientology. I love that class. So I love learning about different cultures. I love learning about
That
all the
sounds
different cultures
fun.
and religions, opening up my mind to different things. Like she told us to come into the class as if we had no religion. So that's what all of us. Well,
Oh
again,
yeah, that
so
sounds
that's how all
great.
of us did. I loved it. I loved
Man,
it.
all of my theologies was straight Christianity. I had to get into super specific details
Oh
about logic, history. I like know Christianity better than people who know the Bible front to back. Like, bro, theology was horrible, bro. It
yeah,
was
yeah.
terrible.
My professor definitely went off the grid on her. I'm pretty sure St. John's didn't tell her to say all that. But hey, I loved it. She had a 5-star rate my professor, and she deserved it. She was always getting taken. So I can remember I tried to get her like a year before, but she was already full. So I got lucky and got her my
Oh, so
senior
you
year.
tried again and then got
Yeah,
that's
and I
fine.
got her. Yeah.
Nah, theology, statistics, and accounting were easily my three most stupid, tedious, pointless, and difficult classes I ever took in college. All of them,
Yeah,
all wrapped up in the one class.
I grew up going to church, and even still, like theology was just different. Like Catholicism, if you're not Catholic, like it was different. And then my freshman year professor, who I also withdrew as well because he said, well, I had a one of my friends was in that class, and she told me that at the end of the course, he said that he saw his rate my professor grade, and he saw that someone said he was easy, and he took that as disrespect. So he purposely made the class advanced theology just to
Oh
prove that he wasn't
no.
easy. But that's not fair for someone like me who didn't never went to Catholic school prior. So like
Yeah.
it was
You
just
think
too hard for me.
some of
Like I
them
couldn't
thought
do
we
it.
was going to BYU, man.
For
Golly.
real, for real.
Some of them thought we was, bro. That was, bro. I think
I
the
hated that.
theologies, the statistics, and the accountings were my like most why am I here classes of all time. It's not even close.
And the reason why I remember I told you I tried to transfer after freshman year because I saw how much in loans I was gonna owe. The reason why I tried to transfer freshman year because I knew after a couple of years of St. John's it would be hard to transfer for all those theology and philosophy courses. So I was trying
Bro,
to transfer while I didn't have as many.
Christianity courses don't transfer to rarely any other college. Like, how do we use this anywhere else?
I'm pretty sure that was also the reason why they put 3 of them as well, just so like you can't transfer. You're going to just keep paying
transfer.
money.
You're gonna stay here. You took theology courses, you might as well stay here. Bro, them classes were terrible, bro. Again, it was the most specific breakdowns of Christianity. I mean, we literally spent like a month on the difference between like transparency, translucence, it was like all the trans words as far as like God and stuff, bro. I was sad. What y'all think about Bryce? I think Bryce Love, as long as he's healthy, is gonna be straight. Wait, DMV Sports, you learned that Trey Lance has your birthday. Hey, there you go. There you go, dude. Hey, now there you go, right there. My major's communication, but I'm still looking for the perfect field for me. Yeah, communications is a great place to yeah, St. John's is a Christianity college. They don't even sell
any
condoms.
school any school with oh yeah, I forgot colleges do sell condoms, but any school with
most
with
do,
a
but St. John's doesn't.
Any school with Saint on their name like is a Catholic school.
Yeah, straight Catholic. He said, "Did J. Cole ever
Pretty much
pull up while y'all
most
was
of the
there?"
Big
Yeah,
E schools
are
Catholic schools. Most of the Big E
Yeah.
schools, yeah. Yeah, J. Cole
J.
had a
Cole
had a
did pull
$5
up.
concert there my senior year. And I didn't
Yeah.
go because I was studying for a CLEP exam, which I failed. So I should have went because there was no point. That CLEP exam was next level hard. Like it was a Spanish CLEP exam. And like I have a friend whose first language is Spanish and she failed it. So that's how you know it's hard.
That teacher was trying too hard. It was good, J-Do.
Her native language. Oh, you never took like a CLEP exam is like one of those computerized exams that you take to get extra credits. So like if you really want to, you can graduate in like 2 years. If you just take nothing but CLEP exams, those CLEP exams can fill like most of your credits. So you don't have to take any extra classes. They just make it incredibly hard just so you can do classes.
Yeah, but like,
I was just trying to do it so they had to yeah, I was just trying to do it so they had to do another semester because I got screwed over by my dean. But like, yeah.
He said, "Are you Catholic or did you just go to New?" No, I went to St. John's for New York, study abroad, and what was the? I forgot. I just had it too. I forgot. But New York and study abroad. That was the reason I went there. Not because of Catholicism at all. Were you about to say?
I went to St. John's because New York and because I love the history of the St. John's basketball team. Ron Artest, Chris Mullin, Mark Jackson, and Rich. Catholicism is a form of Christianity.
Yeah, boy. It's
specifically. Like
Baptist. Oh, thank you, my closed campus. That's crazy. I didn't even say it out loud. Well, when I thought about it, I didn't even just say it. My mom had it. Yeah, closed campus. Because like NYU, it's nice, but like it's in Manhattan. So your buildings are separated. You're around with regular grown New York people as you're walking to lunch. But St. John's is a college campus, literally just college students everywhere. Everybody that lives there, everybody that goes there, everybody that's eating there, straight college. So you feel like you're like on an isolated college, like in the movies with all of the fraternities and all of the parties and events and stuff like that. That's how St. John's is, but you're in New York and you're literally, you walk outside of campus, you're immediately in New York City. Like you're right there with the trains and buildings and everything.
When I got sent to St. John's, I didn't take a tour because no one was going to pay for me to travel up there for a tour. So I didn't know what St. John's looked like prior to going there. I thought it was going to be like NYU. I wanted to go there because I thought it was going to be like NYU. I thought it was going to be right in the city. I didn't want it to be a closed campus. And I was actually kind of disappointed when I found out it was a closed campus. But hey, when I found out how to work a subway, when I figured out how to know my way around New York, I was happy.
Yeah, but it's just a perfect blend.
State more than anything, like have it like be right in the city, like Georgia State. I'd rather have that than the closed campus.
I thought I did in the beginning, but I don't know. I'm just so college experience guy, like the parties, the hanging out, everybody being together all of the time. I'm just super like that's why I would love to do it again, just mostly for that, like everybody just together type of thing, like just I don't know, like college spirit, everybody.
I didn't care about any of that. I was like, once I could get an off-campus apartment, I was like, I'm not coming back on campus. I'm only gonna be on campus for class and to talk to some friends, and that's I'm be out.
Bro, I used to love it. I mean, and even first of all, what's up, Rodney? Speaking of food, I went to so many after-school programs and clubs, and just for the food and stuff. I just love that about college campuses. Like it's always something. You're bored. And even if it weren't New York, if you're just bored, walk outside of your dorm, and there's more than likely something going on. People playing basketball outside or inside. There's people hanging out in front of the big cafeteria that everybody's at, or there's a party here, there's a fraternity, a cookout over here. And so I just really like, or just people chilling at a specific dorm for some odd reason. Something might be going down, specific little event or kickback in somebody's dorm. I love all of that. But then on top of that, we had New York City. So anything that was going on, say Fashion Week, carnivals, events, the Caribbean Day Parade, like concerts, anything that you can get anywhere in the world, you can get in New York because every culture is there, every rap event, all of that type of stuff. So it was a beautiful mix of everything. I think St. John's, if I were to have to do it again, I would do St. John's again. Now, maybe I would go to like a HBCU for 1 year, maybe freshman year, just because I basically went to an HBCU all middle school and high school, but I still would have liked to have gone to HBCU for like just like 1 year, and then I would do St. John's for the rest of it. That without a doubt, without hesitation.
If I was to do it over again, I love St. John's. I love the 4 years I stayed there, but I don't know. I'll probably do a different state. If I could go back to school again for 4 years, if I didn't go to St. John's, I would do St. John's again, but I wouldn't want to experience something else too. Like Georgia State, your mom said it felt disconnected. You could say it like that.
Yeah, that's my thing with NYU.
I think I like it that way. I like it like because you're like right in the city. It's like you're in real life. You're not just stuck into a campus. I feel like some people who've been on campus, you're definitely weren't like that, Rico. But I had some friends that.
Oh, you talking about like immature? Like they acted like they was 15 all the time? Oh yeah.
All the drama.
Oh yeah,
they were stuck in the bubble. It was just like I wanted to be out of that. I wanted to be in the real life. Like that's what helped me grow.
It did get a little cliquish a little
from
bit.
being. Exactly. I grew a lot in New York by being away from that, by being like right in the New York lifestyle. So hey, if I could be in NYU Manhattan, I'll take it. I'll take it.
He said, "Yeah, man, campus bubble can be bad. Yeah, when people start getting like gossip and drama, I understand. I mean, you know me, I just gravitate away from it. Like I don't care. Like people can say whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? If it's not said to me, I literally don't care.
I don't even care about the gossip or drama. Like, I mean, yeah, look,
but
I
the
don't care about
cliquish
getting into
thing,
that.
people
but,
acting immature. Yeah. We know specific people that we mutually know that there are prime examples of just like he said, those cliques turn into networks. So
we lived all summer with them. We know that we lived all summer with them.
Yeah. My mom has a good point though. Some of them did. But yeah, like
that's true.
There were negative too. There were negative.
There's a reason.
I felt like the positives outweighed it. I just love the college.
There's a reason why we're in the situation we're in, and why some people are not in. Are in probably doing a little bit better. You know, those clicks do turn networks. I learned that after college. Makes me think twice about not joining a frat. Makes me think about like maybe I should have joined a frat. Maybe for that reason. I honestly didn't really care for the brotherhood aspect and all that. Like no offense to anybody who's in a frat. It's just that wasn't me. Like I'm a loner.
It's not me.
I like being by myself. Like my mentality. I was even this on football teams. Like growing up, my mentality is: look, the only brother I have is a brother I'm related to. Like y'all, we all friends, but I don't want to like pay for friends. I don't want to like buy all that. Like no,
pay for friends.
That's how I looked at it. I didn't look at it like from the networking aspect. That's just how I looked at it. But maybe I should have saw it a different way, or maybe I should have understood some more frats and like, okay, maybe go to some frats for the business.
From knowing some people in frats
that way.
Yeah, so from knowing people in frats, like the guys that were trying to get in and the people that were already in, I saw like the bad sides of it. So I could never be a frat, and I don't think I want my kids to be in it. I mean, free choice, whatever, but I prefer if they weren't. But yeah, man. I mean, at the end of the day, frats, fraternities, and all of that stuff, and having connections long term. I'm not even talking pledges. Clubs is definitely different than pledges. Yeah, clubs are definitely better. Rico, Seyi, read my last comment, guys. Should I go to Mississippi State like my cousin Chris and Ted, since my family? I don't know. I mean, if you want to consider the legacy, me personally, if I had to redo life, I couldn't see myself going anywhere outside of New York or LA. Me personally, in Atlanta's maybe a distant third. So like, I don't know how to give advice for anything that's not New York, LA, or Atlanta. Like I can't even.
Just whatever you value. If you value,
it's literally up to you.
Legacy, then go. Like me personally, I just wouldn't want to live in Mississippi. I do not want to live in Mississippi, Alabama, any of those southern states with those type of histories. I just don't want to live there. So,
I got to be in a big city, and that's again New York. St. John's perfect for me because I got campus in big city. I got
Auburn was originally my first choice. They actually didn't accept me, but they were originally my first choice. But I did get turned off from Auburn was because like I saw the demographic. It was like 91% white, like 5% Asian, something like 2% black, or like 4% black, something like that. I'm like, wait, the whole football team black though? Like, how is it? How is that? Well, like, yeah, that turned me off. So I just didn't want to go there. I didn't want to go to HBCU for the same reason. I just want to go to a fully diverse school, like just a melting pot.
That was the fourth reason. John's. That was because I literally. My middle school and high school were 99.9% black the whole way through. St. John's being the second most diverse school, I think, in the world, not just in America. That was also a reason I wanted to go, because you have literally every race there, and it's about even. Like it's almost as many blacks as whites, as Asians, as Caribbeans, as Africans, as Middle Easterns. Like it's a beautiful blend. So I like that too. It's people from everywhere too, like people actually from these countries. They're not just Asian, born and raised in America Asian. They're like literally from China, from Korea. So like that's why another reason I wanted to go to St. John's. So like I could just experience everything. And that's how New York is too. Even beyond St. John's, New York is everybody in a small area.
Kai Jones said, "Nah, every single person on the LRHS football team, which I assume that's where you go to, are my brothers." See, like growing up, I don't know, it's just living in Georgia. You have people that steal stuff from you. You have people that I've grown up fighting people. It's just my mentality. Like I'm like, look, if you ain't my blood brother, I'm not gonna call you my brother. You could be a very close friend, but I ain't gonna call you my brother. You could call you my cousin. I ain't gonna call you my brother. I don't know. It was just me. And like, look, like our coach tried to get us to say our football team was our brothers and everything, but those same brothers stole my stuff out my locker room and stole other teammates' stuff. So like, hey.
Yeah,
like you can't call everybody brothers. That's all I know. I told like some people to my face, like, I'm not gonna call you my brother, like you my teammate. I ain't gonna call you my brother. Like, I don't know you like that.
Now that's a good point, bro. Yeah, it's a if you can't super trust them, I understand. He said, would you say bro, Seyi? He said, well, instead of brother, would you say bro? And he said, I could only imagine the girls, all those different people. Don't play sisters.
I actually don't use the word bro either. Like, I know that's a term people use to describe it. I don't even say the word bro like that for that reason. I just say like, oh yeah, what's up, man? Like, what's up? Like, what's up, bruh? But I don't say bro. Let's see.
No, really the only people I've been super close to my whole life are the people that, I mean, I first of all know them in real life, but a lot of the people I talk to on a daily basis through Xbox and stuff. Again, it's not like we just met each other through Xbox, but that's just where we happen to talk to each other a lot. So like really my Xbox people, like my friends and my cousins through Xbox are the people I'm closest to. So if anything, those my brothers, but like that's about it. But even then I don't call them that. I just call them my closest friends. That's really about it.
Yeah.
I didn't know Rodney was in Georgia like that.
Yeah. You say my teammates, for example, like our coach didn't allow us to have lockers in the locker room. Like we couldn't actually lock our stuff because he had a mentality like, oh, your teammates are your brothers. You should be able to trust your teammate with your stuff. And I'm like, nah, BS. Like, no,
let me lock my thing.
So like my football shorts were stolen. Something else was, I think I had like a watch stolen. And like, I remember my freshman year, my phone was stolen. And like, yeah, we found out like the person who stole my stuff, like after my person who stole my stuff freshman year, he got kicked off the team. And then person who stole my stuff after my freshman year, he was the guy who was across the locker from me. So I'm like these are the guys who called first. He's over here taking my stuff. And I was like, wondering where are my football shorts at? And then I realized he took it out of my locker, and because we weren't allowed to lock our stuff. So like how I'm gonna call you my brother if I can't even have my stuff laying around?
Exactly. The coach had a theft ring. That's why he wanted no lockers. Theft ring. He was just out here taking everybody's stuff low key. And now I doubt Bashar Breeland reunion is possible. He has no attachments to here except for the Dan Snyder. Everybody else is gone. Yeah, we got to run Warzone. I do need to coordinate that for real. Definitely stay on my head about that, Rich. Because when I'm done with this, I'm gonna get on Hunt after I take the dogs out. So I won't be playing Warzone tonight unless like it's really late. But we do need to coordinate that. We need to literally set aside a day. Be like, a Tuesday at this time, we're gonna play Warzone. That way I can schedule around it rather than keep trying to schedule Warzone around what I'm currently doing. So we definitely need to get to that. I don't trust my sissy, my stuff, but I love her to death. Yeah, we gotta coordinate that for real. Definitely stay on my head.
What did Rich say? We call our friends. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you missed that. You didn't want to say that out loud. You couldn't read it out loud, Seyi. Nah, Seyi, you know, be open about it. We can read it out loud.
Rich closed the show last week. Is he trying to close the show this week?
Joe said we should run Road Company. He said Saturday. I'm gonna check to see if tomorrow if I'll be straight enough. And tonight I'm gonna be playing Hunt. And I will be streaming after this on Hunt, but I don't know. I'm depending on how late y'all stay up, if y'all gonna even stay up late enough to run your boy Rich way out of it. But yeah, man, we about to dip out of here. I think this might be the second straight week where Rich shut down the stream. I mean, I gotta go anyway. Y'all seen Aja bugging me all this time because I'm not because Aja really has to use the bathroom. So I do need to go. I need to go anyway.
I quit.
Yeah, Rich shut it down again.
Definitely ain't calling. Don't call your friends that, people, unless you want to. Don't call your friends that. City,
New York City, Chicago, Atlanta. I mean, I love Atlanta, and that's my home. And I die about Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I'll talk trash to anybody. Can't nobody talk trash about Atlanta. But if we're talking about to live in and to have fun and to just overall living, I say New York City easily. I don't even think it's close.
I never lived in Chicago, so I can't judge that. But if we're talking about spring and summer, New York, anywhere else,
easily.
Because I'm not living in New York during the winter. I am not staying there during the winter. You're now paying me to stay there during the winter.
New York, spring, summer, beginning of fall, Atlanta and LA, winter. Easily. That's easily the best combination to me. Couldn't find your gaming channel. It's slutty. I'll type it in again. Easily. Yeah, that's a great point. Summer, without a doubt, New York. And in spring and beginning of fall, you can argue New York. But then after that, Atlanta and LA easily. I don't even think it's close. Me personally, from what I've experienced, from going to different places, living in different places, those are definitely the best cities to be in. Just for it's something to do. If you're bored in New York, you're literally being lazy. It's never just there's nothing to do. There's always something. Most stuff is free. I hate the stigma that you need money to live in New York. Literally, after you pay rent, everything else is either really cheap or free.
All the museums are free. The food, if you know where to find it, it's actually cheaper than what you would find in Georgia.
Literally, like it's easier to have fun out there. The museums are free. It's cheaper to have fun. Most events are free. It's cheaper to eat. You know what I'm saying? The New York is expensive stigma is literally all in the rent. After that, everything else is literally cheaper and all of that. I just subbed you. Appreciate that. I will be live streaming right after this. I just got to take the dogs out. You hear them getting feisty and fighting and yelling at each other, so I need to go because I'm worried about Aja using the bathroom in a random corner. I'm coming, Aja. But yeah, man. Y'all, as always, man, you already know, man, every Friday, 8 to 10 p.m. broadcast show, Seyi and me, man, always here for the jokes and random news and random opinions. Anything you wanted to say before we get up out of here, Seyi?
You know what? There are, just to let everybody know in the chat, there is more than what Black people have done in history to make peanut butter.
I like that closing statement. Oh, my mom does have a good point too. Groceries were a little bit more expensive in New York. Groceries are more expensive, but just overall
that's true.
Overall eating. I mean, sometimes in New York, getting a bacon, egg, and cheese in New York is cheaper than what it would take to make it in Atlanta. The groceries it would take. Like New York eating is super cheap. It's just the groceries aren't cheap. Call my friends, buddy, and see y'all beautiful faces next weekend. All right, man. We will catch y'all 8 to 10 next week. Again, anything you want to say before we dip out of here? He said sleeping on the shy. Now, Chicago's great. I just don't think it's Chicago, LA, and New York.
I never lived there, so I can't judge. I can't judge a place I never lived there.
I know a lot of people that have lived in both and visited both and stuff like that. And I think Atlanta, even as much as I love Atlanta, I think Atlanta's a little overhyped, but they all like love. Even my New York friends, my friends that from Atlanta that have been in Chicago and stuff like that, my LA friends, people that have been to all of those places, they just love Atlanta. I don't rate Atlanta above LA and New York, but a lot of them do. So I don't know. But I think New York is the best city of all time by far to me. But Atlanta's home, so I'm gonna defend it without a doubt. In fact, y'all peanut butter turning diamonds with the right amount of is that true? Wait, what? Nah. But all right, y'all, man. We'll catch y'all next Friday, 8 to 10 p.m. Man. As always, man, we really appreciate y'all. We'll catch y'all later. Yeah, but I don't know where. Hey, that's your Nigerian brother though, so I thought you would know. I thought you would know.
He's Igbo, I'm Yoruba. We're two different people. I'm sorry.
It's all right. That's all right. We out of here, man. Appreciate y'all.